I'm just glad it's through now, which is really awesome. What's going on, Ria Ken, Poonage, and Squani? How are you guys doing today? Thank you for the good luck, by the way, Ria Ken. I do appreciate it. What's going on, Yin Yang, as well? What's up, Ginger Gamer Guy? How are you doing today? Dude, I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday Eve so far. I don't think I've actually called it Thursday in a very long time. I think I've just been calling Thursday Friday Eve for a very long time. I think it's been like months, I want to say. I would say most of the year I've called it Friday Eve. Yo, nice, Cam. That's awesome. I'm glad your FFZ emotes got approved as well. And yo, what's going on, Gimmick? Thanks for the good luck, buddy. How are you doing today? What's going on, Teets? How are you? Pajama Friday tomorrow? Do you get to wear like pajamas at work, or is it like a customary thing at home to wear pajamas on a Friday? That's good to hear, Gimmick. And yo, Server, how you doing, man? Alright, so I did not get the crab snipe, so I'm going to be possibly losing a little bit of time to extra boxes breaking, but I've been told that the left side is faster rather than the right side, because you end up having to spend some time waiting for the boxes basically to appear after you push the exclamation box. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Elford. How you doing today? Glad you're doing awesome, Teets. By the way, honestly feeling pretty good. Got some hazelnut coffee. Got some hazelnut coffee this morning. It's actually quite good. I don't think I've ever really drank like hazelnut or like vanilla coffee that much before, but this is good. This is definitely some good stuff right here. Dude, I hope your sense of smell. I hope your sense of smell is right, Ria Ken. I would definitely be sick if we could take back the world record today. We'll see, though. We shall see. Ah, yes. I know in the past I've talked about spamming not being okay in the channel, but if there's a sub or there's like a donation or something, emote spam is okay in that case. Alright, cool. That's good to hear, Ria Ken. And I really do like coffee, Ginger Gamer Guy. I remember when I was a teenager and first tried it, I hated it and couldn't understand how anybody drank it. I also said the same thing about beer, and I do like them quite a lot. Now that I've gotten older. Yo, James, thank you for the good luck, by the way. What's up, Cammy and Unashamed? How are you guys doing? You are, in fact, here very early. With discretion, bucket. With discretion, of course. Oh, what's that jar in the bottom left-hand corner? Good question. It's the bit jar. So basically, when somebody donates bits, or if somebody gives a PayPal donations or subs to the channel, there'll be a little thing that drops down into it. And if enough little things drop down into it, the cup can overflow, or somebody can actually explode all of the bits and sub and donation icons out of the cup. So it's kind of a fun thing to happen when somebody supports the channel, basically. It's just kind of a fun little quirk. And something entertaining to happen on screen. You can play Steam games on a 4K TV. Nice, man. That is awesome. How do they look? Or how do they look so far, I should say. Yo, Sonic, thank you for the host, man. And what's up? How you doing? What's coffee? Have you never had coffee before, Gimmick? Interesting. I was so early there wasn't streaming yet. There's usually like a few people hanging out, I think, before the stream starts. I admire your dedication. Yo, what's going on, Gohan, by the way? How are you today? Dude, coffee is the essence of life, honestly. Like I said, with discretion. Maybe not like 1 bit or something, but you know. I think sub hype is probably more pertinent. But you know. Yeah, now. What's going on, Patrick? Good to see you, man. How are you doing? Super fast internet went live 2 hours ago. How fast are we talking? Does that mean the connection is good or bad, Teets? I can't tell. Yo, it's good to hear, Gohan. Dude, I can't complain. It's definitely been a good morning so far. 100 down, 25 up. That is totally fine. That is totally fine internet speeds, Poonage. I think for us it's about the same. It's a little bit higher download, but basically the same upload. I think our upload's like 30 right now, and that's plenty. That's totally fair and St. Paul. I think for me, I would rather have like a cider or like a hard soda or like some other kind of sweet beer type drink. But beer itself, I definitely can drink, and there are some that I definitely like. I was actually, Gohan. I was. It's been crazy. It's been crazy lately this past month. It has indeed been crazy. What's up, Muma? It's okay. I try to bless my RNGs every day. Trust me. I do, Cammy. I do start at the same time every day. I start at 9 a.m. Pacific US time. And that's when I normally start the stream. Yo, what's going on? Excuse me. See you later. How you doing, buddy? I think cider's about the same price as beer here. Except for like maybe some of the really cheap beer, but at that point you're not really compared to the same quality, so it's not exactly a fair comparison. Yo, thanks, Poonage, man. I appreciate it. I'm really excited to show it off to you guys since it's been done. Just now wrapping up one of my $24.99 emote, and then the $10 emote will be coming shortly thereafter. I'm really excited, and definitely do really like how the emotes have turned out so far. It's been awesome. Yo, Chitero, thanks for the good luck, dude. How are you doing? I wonder why that is in St. Paul. Like, is it just like more expensive to make? Like, it's not as easy to get the ingredients. What's up, Sam? How you doing? I streamed on Tuesday. I streamed on Tuesday, but I was off yesterday. Yeah, so if you weren't able to catch Tuesday, that might be why it seems like I was offline for a couple days. But in fact, I was just offline yesterday for one of my scheduled days off. And yeah, 2-second gold split. There you go. No, I don't actually, Sonic. I haven't watched that many episodes of Futurama, to be honest. It is an interesting show, though. I don't know if Frosty Jack is... I don't think I've ever seen Frosty Jack before. What's wrong with it, exactly? Fixing some stuff here? What are you fixing, if you don't mind me asking? And life is good. I'm definitely feeling good today. My bed was a little bit comfortable this morning, I must be honest. Like, I had a hard time... I had a hard time actually getting out of bed this morning because... Not because I was, like, not looking forward to something today, but just because it was really comfortable and I was so warm and cozy. Yo, Jason, how's it going? Okay, so that didn't work. That's fine. Thank you for the good luck, by the way. I appreciate it. Alright, let's get through here. Perfect. You know what I love better than invincibility? It's multiple invincibilities. All right. Yo, Travis as well. What's going on, buddy? If I got a minus 0.3 again. if after 3.5 hours, all I get is a measly minus 0.3, that would be impressive. Actually, that would be very impressive. Yeah, that's exactly what I do with my days off. See you later. You nailed it right on the head. I'm just kidding. I've never played golf in my life. Oh yeah, that's true. There is supposed to be an announcement today, isn't there? There is. I wonder what the juicy news are going to be. I don't know. I've been on some pretty uncomfortable beds in my lifetime, Gohan, but it's pretty hard to have a very uncomfortable bed. The world record, I think, is a 3:30:09 with loads by Crash Pro 33. Which sounds like a lot, and you know, 8 minutes sounds like a huge differential, but it is definitely beatable. And if I do actually have the ability, if I play at my best, to get the world record. It's gonna be hard for sure, especially to do it all in one shot, but it can happen. What's up, Tub? How you doing today? Spell attic. I feel like this is a trick question. Oh no, not the hog jump. Not the hog jump, not like this. Yeah, exactly, Gohan. Especially when you try to find the right bed. It's basically like... It's basically a this porridge is too hot, this one is too cold type thing. Not good, guys. Not good. Why don't I go for all boxes and hog stages? Because it's slower to get the gem. So you either have to jump over the gem at the end of the level, which can be a bit tricky, or... Okay, cool. At least... Okay. At least we didn't spend like 5 minutes on this split. But yeah, basically, if you avoid one box, you actually just have one box fall on your head. It's very quick and dirty. But if you try to jump over the gem and you fail, then you lose some time because Crash has a longer cutscene when he gets awarded the gem. You love the way that Sonic looks in this game? Dude, you'll love the way Sonic looks in Crash 2 and all of his friends as well. A 3-liter bottle of it for around $3.50. Oh, I see. It's like a... It's like a bare bones type cider. Gotcha. Coming in too hot and bothered. That's basically what happened there, Gimmick. The last hog jump is really difficult. That's like one of the more challenging parts of Island 1 in general. Sometimes I can get that jump first try and it's not a big deal, but but it's a very precise jump, and it is still very easy to mess up. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. I thought I pressed jump in time, to be quite honest. Alright, so that was a case where I basically was just a little bit too far forward and my hitbox ended up going basically on the wrong side of that platform. So here's what happens. That's how you not get that to happen again. I think I was just kind of skirting the line too much. Oh. Oh. No! Villager! Okay, there we go. I had to put that villager in its place. What's the time save on constant hops versus boar speed? I don't know. I do know, however, that the jumping around on the boar makes the last hog jump way harder. So I think that it might not be worth it, in all honesty. Yeah, he was having none of my shit today, Gohan. He really was. I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be Lost Treasures DLC news in St. Paul. That would be my first. That would be my first thought. Do I think Crash ever showers? I don't know. He doesn't ever look very like raggedy or grody, so he probably does. I feel like he's got a good sense of hygiene. Yo, what's going on, KG5? How are you doing today? Life is pretty good for me, I must say. I have few complaints. One of which is that my bed was a little bit too comfy this morning. But now that I'm out of the bed, got some breakfast, got some energy going, dude, life is awesome. It's a good day. What's happening, Super Dito? Thanks for the good luck, buddy. How are you doing? Missed a comment earlier. Yo, Khan, thank you for your compliment, by the way. I'm very, very sorry I missed it. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you have a good time here, man. Yo, Guardian, of course I remember you, buddy. How you doing? Crash showers and boxes? There you go. There you go. That's how you know. Does Coco ever shower? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if she picked up the same hygiene habits as her brother. Maybe even a little bit better. Do 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 do. It's like you kind of want to miss a bunch of boxes because it's funny, but at the same time you feel kind of bad at Super Dito because Crash just gets pummeled if you miss so many boxes. Yo, what's going on, Vald? How are you doing? There we go. Yo, thank you, Vald. I really do appreciate the kind words, man. I'm glad you like it here. And bam, there we go. How are you doing today, by the way? She has a really resilient coat of fur in that case, Tub. That's how you know that's how you know how tough she is. What's going on, Ben Nazcal? How are you doing today? Do. Bum 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 bum. I am though, KG5. I honestly was not sure when I first started playing the Insane Trilogy. I wasn't really sure how I was gonna like it, how I was gonna feel about it as a speed game, but here I am speedrunning it and been quite happy to do so, for that matter. Probably not gimmick. That's just my hunch, though. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Guardian. Hopefully we can help you feel a little bit better. What's up, Rashoku? Have I ever speedran Ape Escape? Nope. I have not played an Ape Escape game in my life. It looks interesting. Like, I have watched some Ape Escape speedruns, but I have not done any myself. Yo, Pez, how you doing today? The poor version. Oh, nonsense, man. Oh, jeez. No, I screwed it up. I messed up the mass strats. It's okay, we got a backup one. We got a backup strat. There we go. Nailed it. Glad you're doing fine, by the way, Ben. That is awesome. Definitely feeling pretty good myself. So, aside from that happening and a couple of deaths in Native Fortress, like, I think the main time loss in that segment was failing hog jump. Yo, Quick and Wrath, what's up, man? It's been a long time. How you been? And yo, Generic Streamer, what's going on? How are you doing as well? I have played the Dead or Alive games a little bit, Gimmick. Not much, though. I don't know. I think he does look a lot like a kangaroo, Tub. Maybe he has some, like, flappy dog ears, but aside from that, he does kind of look like a roo. There we go. What's up, Fairy? No, dude, I know the feeling. Like, even though everybody needs a day off every once in a while, it still kind of felt weird to not stream yesterday. You know, like, even on my scheduled off days, it's like, I do miss streaming. And I definitely do miss you guys, too, for that matter. There we go. No, see you later. The custom emotes are available to channel subscribers. So you basically have to subscribe from the channel. Subscribe to the channel to get access to the emotes. I'm working on premium emotes now for the other sub tiers as well. So if you wanted to upgrade your sub, then there are some exclusive emotes that you can only get at those higher tiers, for example. Aw, thanks, Bucket. Dude, you guys are gonna make me blush first thing in the morning. Extremely busy with life and magic. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that you're able to work from home. Dude, I kind of miss magic, honestly. Like I love streaming and speedrunning and everything, and it's awesome. But I feel like magic is the one thing that, you know, I definitely do miss. And it's something that I wish I had more time for, or the means to do so. There we go. Do I like Crash's new voice? I do, actually. I do, as a matter of fact. I know people were unsure about it. I know people were unsure about his voice back when the game was announced because of what happened with Skylanders, where they gave him kind of a weird accent. And honestly, I really do like the voice. It's very, very good. Stream 24/7. Technically, you can with vodcasting, because even though it's a pre-recorded VOD, like the streamer can still interact with chat live. Like I can still like hang out and type with you guys. I have a bit of some mixed feelings about vodcasting though, so that's one of the reasons why I personally am not doing it at this point. Though I may change my mind. We will see. No, I'm not partnered yet. There will be a big announcement if I do get partnered. So don't worry, you'll know. Oh, I got lost count. Ugh, that sucks. I lost count. That's okay. Why grabbing so many lives? Some of it is kind of a reflex. Cool. Sweet. There we go. No, I totally understand. See you later. Definitely, there's definitely no requirement or rush for that matter. Just if you want to. Just if you want to and feel comfortable with doing so. There we go. Why am I doing the bonuses? The reason why I want to do when I want to 100% this level and get the green gem is because the green gem will allow us to skip castle machinery. Like, not actually just skip through the level, but there's a secret route in castle machinery that allows us to just go straight to the exit. And that saves a lot of time compared to just going through the castle machinery normally, because it's a very long level to get through. Well, vodcasting, like, it's vodcasting is a thing where, like, you know, it's kind of its own thing, but at the same time, like, it also shows up in live directories. So like vodcasting channels are shown in the same directory as live channels, which kind of makes sense because vodcasting, although it's a pre-recorded VOD, it is a live broadcast of that VOD, and the streamer can come in at any time and talk to chat and, you know, and make it a different experience. So it's not like you're just playing a pre-recorded video and, like, there's no interaction. But that sometimes it can be a little confusing because there are some bigger streamers that vodcast when they're offline, and oh geez, and they're still at the top of the directories, which ends up pushing down other streamers that are actually live. And so basically, even though the big streamer is not streaming, the little streamers don't actually get any extra exposure because the big streamer's vodcast is still shown at the top of the directory. So some people really don't like that. Some people feel very strongly that a vodcast is not true live content, so it should not be displayed alongside true live content, which I can totally understand. From the streamer's perspective, and a stream growth perspective, like, you can definitely see the appeal of doing it when you're offline. But I'm not really sure where I stand at that point. So I kind of just don't want to mess with it for now. I'd rather just host somebody who is live currently. Alright, sounds good. See you later. Thanks for the good luck, buddy. I appreciate it. What's up, Migi? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, by the way. My day off yesterday was pretty solid. Definitely got a lot of stuff done. Had some good R&R. Oh, geez. Had some good R&R in general. And it was a pretty chill day. Not a whole lot of things that are too crazy happened. Oh, I see, Guardian. No problem, man. No, I know Quick and Wrath. I think, like, honestly, like, I love Modern. Like Modern is a really fun format. I think I would play more Legacy if there were more events. But, like, Modern is super fun. And I like playing Standard, too. Like, I know that usually, especially back home, there's a lot of people who feel very strongly in the Modern versus Standard camp. And some who, you know, there's a lot of Modern love back home and not so much Standard. But I like both the formats. I like all Magic formats, honestly, for what they are. But I think if I could only play one format, it would probably be Modern. And yo, Yin Yang Foxes, thank you for the host, by the way. Hashtag host me. That would be like the weirdest thing to go viral on Twitter or something, is to be like, hey everybody, hashtag host this streamer, and then like suddenly that person gets like hundreds of hosts from like random people on Twitter who have Twitch accounts. Expondo, what's happening, dude, by the way? How you doing? Have you ever played the Crash GBA games? I have not, as a matter of fact. I have not played any of them. Though I hear some of them are quite decent, especially like the first two games, like your XS or the Great Adventure, or is it the Big Adventure? I think it's the Big Adventure. I don't remember. And then Entranced. I've heard those are pretty good, in particular. No, I totally understand Yin Yang Foxes. The auto host list can sometimes be very dynamic, you know. Absolutely. But yeah, how are you doing, by the way, Migiwa? 4 hours of sleep and have a placement exam in Spanish tomorrow? You got this. I believe in you. Yeah, that Road to Nowhere definitely went pretty well. Definitely went pretty well, generic streamer. The Huge Adventure. Thank you, Travis. It was called The Huge Adventure. Yo, what's going on, Metallic Hedgehog? How are you doing today? Came in from the 1545. That's awesome, man. I hope you enjoyed the runs. Not just my own, but for the other runners as well. That was a really, really fun event, and I definitely want to do it again. Should there be another one in the future. That was definitely one of the more fun races that I've participated in. Yo, I gotta get that 99 live trophy somehow, Yin Yang. Trying to do a little bit of multitasking. Oh, dude, that's gross. I just straight up missed the platform. Like, I thought the platform was going to be cycling in a different direction. Nope. I'm not really a trophy guy. So, like, I never really sought out to do... I never really sought out to get the Platinum Trophy or get some of the, like, 99 Live, you know, like those kind of trophies. I did want to get maximum completion percentage, but wasn't really too into getting just all the random like other trophies in general. A 1549, Insane Trilogy speedrun categories are going to be for 100% are still very, very young. Maybe down the road if they become more optimized, then we could possibly do it. What the heck? Dude, that boulder, like, if it gets to a certain closeness to you, it's just gonna run you over. I actually have not died in Boulder Dash in a very, very long time. That's so weird. That is so weird. What's up, Chiakobo? Or Chikobo, excuse me. How are you doing? Running and jumping is faster in Crash 1 for the Insane Trilogy. You also want to minimize your directional changes. So, you'll notice that, like, you notice that actually a lot of runners will use the analog stick in this game, whereas in the original trilogy, everybody uses the D-pad, because you turn less with the analog stick, whereas you turn quite sharply with the D-pad, and turning less is faster, because the quick turns do scrub off a lot of speed. That's good to hear, though, Metallic Hedgehog, on both counts. For that matter, that's awesome. But yeah, I use the analog stick for the Insane Trilogy tub stain. Shooting fake Crash trophy. See, I didn't even know that the fake Crash trophy was a thing. Sounds good to me, Guardian. Definitely, if you need to go to sleep, or anything, then definitely feel free to do so. I think that's true, generic streamer in general, because I also had problems with keeping a good distance on the boulder. I also had a problem with keeping a good distance on the boulder my first couple of playthroughs, and then I realized that part of it was because I was using the D-pad, and also because I was hitting obstacles and not realizing it. There we go. So, when's the 309? Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, Expondo. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing it tomorrow. The 309 is definitely going to take a lot of additional preparation. I would have to try each of the 100% categories first of all. And then, I would have to try each of the 100% categories first of all and see if I like them. And then, if I do like them and want to do them all in a series, then we can do the 309. But the 309 is definitely more formidable than a 305 in the original trilogy. That would be a very, very long run. Oh, that's right. You are in my time zone. I totally forgot about that, Guardian. That's good, though. Oh, that's why you skipped that checkpoint. Thank you, Based Kane. When's the 505? You might as well make it a 606 at that point. You might as well make it a 606 at that point and do CTR 101 as well. What all is involved in 309? Crash 1, 102%, Crash 2, 102%, and Crash 3, 105%. All Insane Trilogy 100% categories, basically. Or maximum completion, I should say. And that will take a while. Oh, come on. I don't know why I didn't go for that cycle. I think I just like got a little chicken. I'm just gonna go grab this mask because I feel like I need it. That's what we use that mask for. I honestly don't remember what the timing was to get through there without getting hit, and it also not taking forever. It would be. It would be Expondo. But it would also be a very significant investment. Very significant time investment. I mean, I've gotten max completion percentage in each of the games, so I can do it. But Crash 2 100% has some work done to it. Crash 1, at least 100% is getting some love as well. Not entirely sure about 102 in that game. And 105, I think, has been totally untouched for Crash 3. So that is also uncharted territory as well. There we go. There we go. How do you get over 100% in each game? It's the relics generic streamer. If you get all gold relics or higher, that's where the extra 100% completion comes from. Otherwise, 100% in Crash 1 and 2 is exactly the same requirements as the old games were. Give you the mask automatically on breaking the box in Crash 1? They do. They don't give you an opportunity to spin it away like they used, like in the original game. Yeah, you would have to manually pick it up after the after you broke the box, and you could also spin it away. Chikobo, that is a good point. I could if I really wanted to, but I didn't want to at the time. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Panda Parade, by the way, thank you for the host. I do appreciate it. What's up, Jordan? How's it going today, buddy? There we go. Throw a couple more percentages on it for plats. That would be disgusting. Dude, that would be absolutely disgusting. That would make maximum completion percentage so much harder. Yo, nice, Sonic. Dude, a PB is a PB. You'll get those you'll burn those 12 hours in no time. You'll break down those 12 hours in no time. Indeed, it is almost Friday. It is Friday. Is Friday Eve. As I like to call Thursday a lot. There we go. Nice and easy Koala Kong. So we're going to save a good amount of time here. Definitely still left some time on the table back there. But it feels good, man. Feels good, man, nonetheless. Yeah, pre-Friday stream, exactly. Plat in the high road and plat in the lab, as a matter of fact, is pretty difficult. Hey, whatever you gotta do, Sonic. Whatever you gotta do to world record. I'm just kidding, though. Don't burn any clocks. Yo, Peter, what's going on, man? How you doing? Just Kappa, no Ming Lee. Ming Lee is an unacceptable gesture in this case. Would I sing Friday on a Friday? Probably not while sober. I think I would have to have, like, some amount of inebriation to go through with that. Do. Bam. These levels do have nice music. Somebody earlier asked me about my favorite music in the game. I don't really know if I have a single favorite music in the game. I think there's certain types of levels that I prefer over others. But overall, I would say that, like, I'm a pretty big fan of the Insane Trilogy soundtrack across the board. So I have no clue if this is actually faster. That's not faster, I can tell you that much. Yeah, Crash 1, I think, is probably the soundtrack I like the most, because it's, like, the most improved, if that makes sense. Like Crash 1 has definitely had the most apparent changes and improvements to it across the Insane Trilogy in particular. What's up, Exgelios, by the way? How are you doing? Wait a second after Crash falls down. The good news is that we won't have to worry about Castle Machinery at all because we'll be skipping it with the green gem. What's up, Dig Boss? How are you doing today? Yeah, rope strats definitely help out a lot for the bridge levels in particular, but especially the high road. Faux show. Yo, Sniper Jin and Mansoor, how are you guys doing? And thank you for the good luck, by the way. So I'm actually doing the whole trilogy, Guardian Psycho. This will be a full trilogy speed run. So it'll be Crash 1, Crash 2, and Crash 3 all back to back to back. Yeah, exactly. It's RNG manip, generic streamer. Totally intentional. So sad for Team Beaned. Wait, why? Oh, there we go. New one, what's happening? Glad you're doing well, buddy. Dude, life is good for me too. And what's going on, Peppa Pig? Am I trying to beat any records? Indeed, I'm trying to beat the world record, as well as my own personal record, for that matter. Trying to take my record back, as a matter of fact. I previously have held the world record in this category, and then I got beaten. So now I'm trying to beat the guy who beat me, and then he might beat me too, and then I got to beat it again. And there's a lot of beating going on here. As you can tell. Cue Michael Jackson, man. Yo, let's play. What's going on, dude? How are you doing? Yo, sounds good, Sonic. Let me know how it goes. Yo, thanks for the good luck. Or the goof luck, rather, Guardian. I appreciate it. And yo, thank you, Mansoor. The 1545 was so much fun, and I definitely feel I definitely feel good about my performance. I think I held my own just fine. Just fine. If it had those SMB3 like Starman chains, dude, I wish. There are some levels where you can get kind of close to that in the Insane Trilogy, where you just go invincibility into invincibility into invincibility. Yo, Mikula, what's happening, dude? It's going pretty decent so far, man. How are you doing? And yo, Funballs, thank you for the good luck as well. How's it going, buddy? Yo, that jump! That was an unacceptable jump right there. How do you speed up the box breaking animation at the end? No, it's a very good question, and you just hold X. That's all you got to do. I did not know about that when I first started running this game, and I actually had to be told as well that you can hold X and make the animation go faster. So don't worry. I've been in your exact same shoes. Yeah, that jump, I just like didn't hold it enough. I basically like tapped the jump button, and then as soon as I let go of the jump button, I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, something I should mention, by the way, Guardian Psycho, since you brought up streaming tomorrow. I got a notice yesterday evening that my ISP is unfortunately doing some scheduled downtime tomorrow. So, and the scheduled downtime is 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. my time, which is basically when I stream. So I think I'm going to have to modify my schedule a little bit. And I don't think it's wise for me to try to stream tomorrow because the service disruptions could be anything from dropped frames to total disconnect or just a total internet blackout tomorrow. So I think tomorrow I'm not gonna be able to stream tomorrow because of the internet downtime. But on Saturday I'll do a makeup stream. So basically I'll switch Friday and Saturday because normally I stream on Fridays and take off Saturdays. But I think tomorrow I'll have tomorrow I will not be streaming, and then on Saturday I will stream, maybe for a little bit of a shorter time on Saturday, but I definitely don't just want to miss a day. I definitely don't want to miss a day because of this. So I do apologize, but I unfortunately cannot control when the ISP decides to schedule their downtimes. Dude, I think she would have a lot of fun with that. Like if we actually did do a makeup stream where she like put eyeliner on me and made me pretty. I think she would really find it very fun. But it's not going to be that kind of makeup stream. Have memorized all the levels? No, I definitely could not do this blindfolded. We'll put it to you that way, Peppa Pig. But I have pretty good muscle memory developed for each of these levels, so I'm not thinking as much when I go through these levels. Like, a lot of it is just kind of doing. The world record is a 3:30:09 for all 3 games any percent by Crash Pro 33. Which seems like a big gap, and it kind of is. But with these multi-game runs, there is so much time to save. Because generally speaking, multi-game runs are less optimized than single-game runs. So there is a lot of easy time to pick up throughout the run. And if I perform at PB pace in all 3 games, then I can take the record back. So I definitely have the skills. It's just putting it all together and, you know, basically continuing to improve those skills. Give myself a little bit of extra room to make mistakes. Yo, what's going on, Hell? I'm Jordan. How are you doing today? Is the Insane Trilogy going to be at the next GDQ? I hope. I hope to submit a any percent relay race with myself and 5 other runners to do basically a multi-game race of the Insane Trilogy. So basically, it's the speedrun that I'm doing right now, except I would except in between game we would have 2 teams of 3 runners, and they would trade off in between each game. Pretty similar to the Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario 2D relay races that happened at the previous 2 Games Done Quick events. That's what I would really like to do. How do you get the silver gem? You get all the boxes, and you can die as many times as you want. So basically, it's just the box gem. But thank you, Hell, I'm Jordan. I appreciate it. Yes, that will help a lot, Funballs. in my last session of Crash 2 runs, we did not miss that crystal, so I think we're in much better shape there. Yo, what the heck? Pinstripe is a really cool character, though. Definitely gotta give that to you, Jordan. Or Hell, I'm Jordan, rather. There's multiple Jordans in here, so I gotta be careful. Super Spyro, what's happening, man? My mic is spazzing out periodically. That's weird. I'll have to check the connection and see what's going on with that. In the meantime, I do apologize. Not entirely sure what's causing that. I'm using an Audio-Technica AT2020 USB microphone. If anybody knows what might be causing it. Unless it's just me talking too loud and peaking it. I got a little bit nervous there. Jordan 1 and Jordan 2? There you go. Been doing a 6-mile walk and my feet feel like someone taking a bullet. Ooh, that's not good. But that's a good kind of pain, right? At least that's how I kind of approach workout pains. Yo, Blitz, thanks for the good luck, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, I know it's like been a thing periodically before, but now it seems like it's become a thing that more people have noticed. So I definitely want to fix it if I can. Just unplug and replug it. It could be that there's a break in the cable. I personally don't touch the cable. Oh, you're supposed to. Oh, supposed to say hello. I'm Jordan. Ah, have you tried for a name change or to correct it, or is it something that, or is it a name that's already been taken? Just trying to break boxes here and there to lessen the cutscene here. Hopefully, it's not rippery climb and it's more like slippery climb, but we'll see. We will see. Trying to get another CTR All Cups recce today. Sounds good, man, dude. I wish you good luck with that. I saw that your new All Cups record got verified on SR.com, by the way. And that's awesome. How do you get the secret areas to get all the boxes? In this game, you need to get 2 keys, which are hidden inside Cortex bonuses. One is in Sunset Vista, and one is in Jaws of Darkness. And that's how you unlock Fumbling in the Dark and Whole Hog, which are the 2 secret levels in this game. Yep, name changes actually got a lot easier lately. Got a lot easier lately, Jordan. Oh, come on. To where you can apply for name changes. I think it's once every 60 days, and if the account is available, then you can get it. Yeah, I think I will. Oh, jeez, what's happening? I think I will, Blitz. Like, there's definitely some more improvement that I want to eke out of some of the other, like, OG Crash Bandicoot categories. Lately, I've been having a lot of fun with the Insane Trilogy, and that's definitely been a game that I really enjoyed running. But the OG games, I'm definitely not gone from them forever. I think that I will eventually go back to the OG games and accomplish some more goals in those categories later on. Yo, Music Wizard, how's it going, man? Indeed, it's finally online. It just got approved yesterday. Definitely very happy about that. What's happening, Teddy? Yeah, I do want to go back to OG 105. Definitely have some things to do. Definitely have some things to do in 105 before I would move on, basically. Dang, those sirens are hype, by the way. Somebody really fucked up. They just keep coming. Dude, 105 has a magical pool, though, Blitz Phoenix. It got me. It certainly got me. Were I ever a fan of Crash Team Racing, and do I run CTR? Yes and yes. I have not run CTR very much. Like, I don't know. I'm not very knowledgeable in CTR speedruns, but I have done some CTR runs, and I really like that game a lot. It's definitely a lot of fun, and it's a great change of pace as well. If you're if you want a change from the normal platforming Crash. I definitely really enjoy CTR. That's fair, Teddy. It might be one of those things where you just kind of walk away from it for a little while, and then you find that you find that after a little break, the fire returns, and then you end up leveling up in skill at that point. What's going on, AJ Cruz? I mean, that's definitely a fair opinion. I think for me, I don't really compare like CTR and Mario Kart directly, because like even though they were kind of competitors, they're two very different games to me, and I like them both for each of their own reasons. So for me, it's not so simple to say like one is strictly better than the other. I think they're both different, and I like them both for different, basically differently, so to speak. But yeah, I didn't realize that it was San Diego Comic-Con. The only reason why I knew that was because one of my friends back home is there right now. So like they actually flew cross country to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I'd really like to go, if anything, for premium Magic cards, because they always do special promo Magic cards that are only at San Diego Comic-Con that I'd love to get my hands on. Playing Sonic Adventure 2 and Medieval, both awesome games. Are you thinking about speedrunning either of them, or are you just going through casually? I didn't realize that all stories was a thing, Blitz Phoenix. I know people tend to do dark story and hero story, but I wonder if anybody really does like all stories type speedruns, which would be kind of neat. Oh, cool. How do you like them compared to like Crash 3, for example, or like other speed games that you've done? Yo, what's happening, Z Colo? Dude, I'm feeling the gray shirt too, man. I'm glad we have that in common. How's it going, man? Okay, gotcha. I would imagine it's kind of the same thing with Sonic Heroes, where you have like your all teams. Like you have your hero team, dark team, Rose, and then Chaotix, I think. I love Sonic Heroes. I wish like the camera and the controls were not so awkward. The game was like, I guess, executed a little bit better, because I think the idea of Sonic Heroes was awesome. That was very, very silly. Medieval is very glitchy. Interesting. I heard that there were some emulator-only glitches, as a matter of fact, as well for Medieval, which definitely seems to imply that it's quite glitch-heavy. And I was about to say, like, there's definitely not a whole lot of that going on in Crash speedruns, so it might be kind of neat as like a change of pace to do glitch runs. Team Chaotix had a great song for them. I don't remember like the team-specific songs, unless you're talking about special moves. But yeah, Hero Story I think is pretty popular. There are some people who made Dark Story though. I think like Pear Strike, for example, does a lot of Dark Story runs. Yo, Sverna, what's going on, man? How you doing? And then there's Talon doing a 180 Emblem in Super Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is crazy. Yeah, I would like to go visit San Diego in particular as well. Like, I definitely want to go like visit more California now that I'm closer. Which game of the Insane Trilogy is my favorite? Crash 1. I like all of them, but Crash 1 I think is my favorite. His name is Vector? That sounds about right. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's definitely some movement, but there's also some like crazy out of bounds glitches that intimidate me personally, because I feel like some of them are like your reference, for example, for where you are is just like your reference for where you are is just, you can't really figure it out because there's just this like background doesn't change or something. I don't know, I can't really explain it very well, but I feel like it's hard to know where you are, and that like you kind of have to thread the needle doing some of those out of bounds glitches to not enter the death plane. Yo, Cyberg, what's happening, man? I would love to. I would like to do that more as well, Cyberg. I just don't really know how to best utilize YouTube, especially for, especially for like, the way, just like content in general, but also like basically marketing it. So I could use any and all tips for YouTube because I know like pretty much nothing about YouTube. Do I know the game Rayman M? I don't actually. What is it and how does it kind of line up in the series? That's awesome, Svern. I'm glad you're feeling P good. I'm glad we seem to have that in common for that matter. There was an escaped T-Rex on the loose in San Diego. I feel like that's a reference. That's a reference to something. But I'm blanking. Mickey's Wild Adventures. There you go. It doesn't sound like a hard game, but that's what makes it hard, is because you sleep on it. You're like, oh, whatever. It's a Mickey game. How bad can it be? But it can be bad. I was gonna say, this sounds like Jurassic Park. With racism brawl? That definitely sounds interesting. But yeah, I've never actually heard of that before. It definitely does sound intriguing. Nailed it. Do. Yo, this boss battle rocks out, by the way. Like this Toxic Waste, the bridge levels, like those are all some of my like particularly favorite music in the Insane Trilogy. Well said, James Murr. Or was that the cat? There was no live San Diego Comic-Con coverage. That's annoying. I know that they had some. Didn't they have some kind of coverage for New York Comic-Con? They should have called that boss battle in trio. Am I right, Gimmick? So it actually is the cat. That's hilarious, James. I'm very thankful that our cats do not tend to be keyboard cats. And that definitely does make things a lot easier. One team should be Crash and one team should be Coco. We could do that. Team Coco would technically be at a disadvantage though, because it is a little bit slower to do the character switch. But yeah, one being Team Crash and one being Team Coco would be really fun. I would personally be okay with that, and I would definitely lobby to be on Team Coco, for that matter. You have dinner table cats back at the back at my girlfriend's old house. The cats used to get up onto the tables and everything. Right now, since we moved in, we're actually training them off of it. Why not start at the character switch? Because in Crash 1 and 2, you have to defeat the first boss before you can unlock Coco. You can unlock Coco right away in Crash 3. But you have to defeat the first boss to switch to Coco in Crash 1 and 2. Aww. It's okay, Sonic. It was just business. Nothing personal, just business. Indeed I did, Yin Yang. Way ahead of you. I appreciate you looking out for a brother, though. Exactly, Expondo. It's not just any keyboard cat. This is a sophisticated keyboard cat. You could do that, Gimmick. I don't know how competitive it would be. I don't know how competitive that would be. That's a great point, actually, Expondo. The loads are longer than the level. Not be surprised. Yo, thanks, I'm Silver. How you doing today, by the way? Good, welcome, welcome. Do, 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 do. Awesome. No, Dig Boss. No, that's a little too far. But no, that's Tawna as well. Like, that's a totally different character. Yo, that's a PB. That is actually a PB in Crash 1, which is freaking awesome. Let's go. Let's freaking go. That's like, remember when I was doing single game practice, I got a PB by like 0.3 seconds and then 4 seconds. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better progress. Definitely was not perfect either. Like my Ripperoo split was not good whatsoever. Like I probably lost like a minute and a half on that split alone. Definitely a far from perfect run, but still. The Crash 1 Insane Trilogy 90% world record is, I think it's a 50 with load, or without load, so it's probably like a 104, I think, without loads. So definitely a bit far away. Yo, Silver, what's going on, dude? How are you doing, by the way? I'm not sure if I said hi to you yet. If I did already, then you get a double hi today. Slap some jelly on that PB. Dude, I can't argue with that, generic streamer. To be quite TBH. Alright, cool. I wasn't sure, but I just wanted to make sure. Did that actually happen, Sonic? Or is that just a funny narrative? Either way, it's cool. I'm just curious if it was based on a true story. Oh, we don't need to get all the boxes in this level. That's right. Totally forgot there's no box cutscene here. I saved time on launching Crash 2, indeed. It doesn't seem like it matters, but it does. That's 2 seconds that I didn't have before. The situation actually happened in the game. I want to congratulate my friend, but I'm kind of in peril. Whatever. I've got multiple lives in the game, but not multiple times to say GG. To be fair, I probably would have done the same thing. I probably would have done the same thing that you did, Godsonic, and just said, screw it. Well, there we go. Do 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 do. Song's groovy. I like it. Does the category require you to go Crash 1, 2, 3 in that order? Nope. You can do it in any order you want. So if there's a category that you want to get out of the way, or one that you prefer to do first, you can do it in any order that you want. Just as long as the start of the first game is at the proper time, and that the ending of the final game is at the proper time. That's all that really matters. But most people end up doing 1, 2, and 3 just because, you know, because it's a logical, chronological order. and it feels nice to do it in order. If I were to go fast, I'd stick with Crash 2 for some undivided attention. Meaning, like, watching the run, or I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, exactly. Just like in real life. Dude, I do it all the time. Do I prefer any percent over 102? Any percent is a category that I've enjoyed because I tend to do any percents before 100% in newer games because any percents allow me to get a better idea of like how to move in the game, and it's been pretty. And like one of the nice things about any percents is that you can really focus on the movement a lot. Hundo categories like Crash 2 102 is definitely a thing. Crash 1 100%, not necessarily 102, is kind of getting worked on, and Crash 3 105 is a total ghost town when it comes to people running it. So I think like maybe later on I could do some work on those 100% categories, but I'm really enjoying any percent, honestly. Like any percent has been really fun, and there's some really cool stuff that you can do in these runs. So there's not really a reason why I'm avoiding Hundo. I just start with any percent because it kind of makes sense to, and I've been really enjoying it. Oh, I see, generic. No worries, I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. I would say that Crash 2 has been the category that I've historically had the most trouble with, but lately we've been doing pretty good with it. Gems percent? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do like just Crash 1 Hundo or Crash 2 Hundo runs, because they're kind of considered a miscellaneous category now, whereas 102 is like considered the main category. But I don't know. I'd have to see. What are my thoughts on Yooka-Laylee? I personally have not played it, but it definitely looks like a very cool game. It looks like a very cool game, and I definitely like the fact that they kind of made a Rareware game in 2017. Like, I think that was very cool. Especially in the original Trilogy Z-Colo. Insane Trilogy, I don't know. Like, I don't know exactly what he does in that run. You know, I would have to check and see. But his no game over abuse run in the original Crash 2 is going to be very hard for anyone to beat, really. Ouch. That's not good. I think it's okay because there's a lot of enemies that we can just kill via slide spinning here. So I don't think that invincibility really gets us a whole lot in... Oh, come on. So I jumped... I feel like it looked like I was going to jump over the bird, and then it just didn't happen. And then right there, I tried to do a glitch high jump that didn't happen either. I don't know. There we go. Just had to do it. There was no official source that said that 102% runs were happening tomorrow, just for the record. Just for the record. Right, I definitely understand what you mean, Gimmick. I'm just not entirely sure if we want to go about, like, classic 100% categories, or if we want to do, like, the full 102 for 100% runs in these games. I really don't know at this point. Did Stu beat the all three games world record? Oh, you're talking about just the regular Crash 2 world record. I do know that. I just don't know. I haven't really seen the run to see like what kind of stuff he does, or how it compares to the OG record. You could probably doctor something, Jordan, if you really wanted to. See, what you couldn't see there, Xbondo, was that my face turned into a kappa after I said that. So basically that totally invalidates the statement. Yo, thanks, Guardian. I do appreciate it, man. I'm glad you like it here. Honestly, that really does mean a lot to me. I'm glad you guys have as much fun as I do, honestly, because this is just a huge blast. Doing what I do. What's going on, Render Unto Me? Indeed, I am doing the entire trilogy. All 3 games back to back to back. It might be a little nutty, but I think everybody's got a little crazy in them. And I definitely embrace mine. Glad you're doing well, by the way, Render. I definitely have few complaints at this point. Life is definitely pretty good to me, man. My bed was really comfortable this morning, though. It was definitely trying to get me to stay in it. But we resisted temptation, and now we're here, having a good time. Ming Lee is your default face. Fair. Nutty like that PB. I could get behind that. Assume a 309 run would last roughly 6 hours plus. That would probably be like 10 hours. That'd probably be like over 10 hours, maybe like 12 to 14 at this point. Considering I have not done a run of any of the maximum completion percentage categories. So you can now love pineapple pizza. I mean, we knew you loved pineapple pizza anyway, but you know. What do I think about calling the streamer by his real name? Generally speaking, I tend to call everybody by their online names unless they specifically ask me to call them something different. So that's generally how I do things, and like, you know, so I prefer people to call me by like, my stream name rather than my actual name. So it kind of goes both ways. Like, I tend to call people by their online names, and I tend to call other streamers. I tend to like want people to call me by my name as well, or my my Twitch name. Yo, Dolly, how you doing today? That's actually kind of true, Yin Yang. Like, if it's somebody that you barely, if it's somebody that you barely know, it's a little bit different. But like, if your name is public, then you can pretty much assume that people will call you sometimes by your real name. So, you know, it's a matter of like how private you keep it. Exactly, Poonage, exactly. I mean, that's fair. That's fair, Yin Yang Foxes. Like, I definitely have, my preference is still the same either way, but it's kind of a matter of, it is a matter of, you know, what kind of information you prefer to be public versus private. Is it a lot easier to jump over those pits with a third mask? It kind of seems like it. I think the only reason why is because it seems like there's a little bit more grip when you have the third mask and you're doing glitch high jumps. It just seems like there was a little bit more grip and I was able to get a better jump. I don't think it really extended the length of my jump that much or made me go that much faster. I think it was just easier to pull off. No, it's all good, Cyberg. This is my stage name, if you know what I mean. Then I have a different one for my other website where you can subscribe for $29.99 a month for a premium content. Just got out of the sauna with a pizza arriving soon. That sounds awesome, Dolly. Sounds like your day is going quite well. I would have to agree. Call you GS152? Is that for real, or are you joking? I can't really tell. Jack Mar and Robster, how are you guys doing? The old splits look is not going to work for Insane Trilogy because the Insane Trilogy is a widescreen game. So the layout is going to be totally different for a widescreen game compared to a 4x3 game. Sounds like you got some good snacks going there, Robster. The Ripperoo boss theme is pretty good, and it definitely captures the essence of Ripperoo as well, Render. It's like kind of goofy and kind of wacky, but at the same time, you know, it's got this like kind of happy vibe to it. You know, this kind of plucky vibe to it. Yo, nice, Mikulas. I see you'll be getting in on the sauna very soon as well. Dingo and Crash 3 makes your top theme. I think it's okay. I think it's definitely okay, at least in the original. In Crash 3, it's a little bit better. I don't know if it's just because I heard it too much in Crash Bash, or if it's because I just heard it too much in Crash Bash, or it got reused or something. But it's definitely all right. What's my best dad joke? I don't know. It's not really how jokes work. I feel like if you tell a comedian to tell a joke, it doesn't really work as well. But if the joke just kind of comes to them, then it works out really awesome. It's really hard to do on-the-spot comedy. If you stream 20/9, you can jam it in. I suppose so. If you're really dedicated, you could do it. So you stream till like 4? Usually around like 3 to 4. It depends. Like it's normally streams are 6 to 7 hours unless I'm feeling particularly motivated. What's the hottest part of the sun? I feel like I should know the answer to this, but I don't remember. Or maybe it's a trick question. Do I stream every day? Pretty much every day. I'm usually off on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Like those are usually the 2 days where I don't stream. But every other day during the week I do stream. So almost daily. Yeah, let's do Crash Crush. Yo, Incognito, what's going on, man? Good to see you. How you doing? Too much video games can lead to depression. I don't think it's the video games. I think it's the lack of social interaction. Because if you go and play video games with other people and like play with them in real life and get that physical contact, then you probably won't feel depressed. But if you're alone and you're not in direct contact with real people, that's what I think can cause problems. And for me in particular, like if I go outside and be social and like enjoy video games that way, or in, like this with streaming, where I get to be very social about my gaming, then that's a different story. So it really depends. I think overall it's a general loneliness thing. Like you could do anything by yourself. Like you could sit at home and read or watch TV all the time and still feel depressed. I don't think it's really the video games. I think it's just the lack of social interaction that basically brings about those problems. Yo, doing pretty awesome, by the way, Incognito. And I agree, the Insane Trilogy has been so much fun to play, and it looks gorgeous. Absolutely. Yo, Settledozer, what's happening, man? Yeah, sitting too much is also a problem, so like you definitely want to like get up and get out. Sunlight is another good point, depending on your sleep schedule. A lot of indoor light doesn't really do it for you, but like, getting out into the sunshine definitely helps. Basically just getting out in the world. It doesn't really matter what you do, just kind of getting outside and doing stuff and like seeing people is the name of the game here. It's really a balance thing at the end of the day. My favorite soda? I don't drink soda super often, but when I do, lately I've been a big fan of Mellow Yellow. It's a nice like citrus soda that I really like. Yo, Magico, how's it going? No, I totally understand, generic streamer. That is one of the things about third shift, you know. That's something that definitely can't be ignored. Does hitting a mine then boost pad kill Crash in the Insane Trilogy? Not that I'm aware of. There are in Crash Crush, if you land on top of the speed pad a certain way, you can fall through the speed pad, at least in the PAL version. But I don't think that's true in the Insane Trilogy. I actually did not Yin Yang Foxes. It kind of looks like it. I just stayed crouched for longer underneath the electric fences because I was unsure if I was going to get zapped. So I wasn't actually trying to wait for the nitros. But since I was already like trying to go underneath the electric fence that was just before it, it kind of looked like I did. The pineapple on pizza debate continues. And so it continues. Yo, that sounds good, Guardian, though. That sounds good, man. I'd definitely be happy to have you. Eating fruit definitely is good. It's nice and sweet, so it kind of covers your sweet tooth, but it's not like bad for you. Like there's actually some good nutritional benefits to it as well. Oh, not at all, Yin Yang Foxes, but no worries. Enjoy the lurking. You put cashews on your pizza? Interesting. Do you like the texture? Am I having a Krusty Krab pizza? I wish. Because after all, the Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. It's the pizza. There is just no substitute for a Krusty Krab pizza. My hair looks really black right now. I promise you it's brown. I'm gonna get you guys picture proof. I'm gonna get you guys picture proof. No hair dye, no bullshit. Just better lighting. I promise. Yo, Mr. Hangman, how's it going, man? Sounds like you had a run-in with the wasps, unfortunately. I'm definitely not a huge fan of wasps either. No, the Krusty Krab pizza with pineapple is not the pizza for you and me. That is just the pizza for you, Jordan. Oh, come on. Come on. That was baloney. Should make an emote where my hair is just the purest brown. I know. What's up, subwoofers? How you doing? By the way, what's going on, Robo? How are you doing? That was a very unfortunate death that happened back there. There was really no need for it. What's up, Buzzkill? How much for a boneless pizza? I don't think you should pay extra for a boneless pizza. If anything, you should pay extra for bones. That's just my thinking, though. As much as we joke around, if you enjoy pineapple on pizza, that is totally fine. Cap'n Crunch. Honestly, like, I don't eat cereal that much, but the last cereal that I remember enjoying a lot was Crunch Berries. Crunch Berries, like Lucky Charms, Reese's Puffs, like those are all some of my favorites from when I was a kid. But Crunch Berries is the one that I've had the most recently. Just get a chocolate bar and put it next to your head. Wait, what? I feel like I'm missing the significance here. Cereals with milk are soup? I guess it's more like stew. I feel like if your cereal became soup by letting it soak in milk, I think something went wrong. I think that's just a problem. Honey Shreddies? I don't think I've ever had honey Shreddies. We have like honeycomb and like honey nut Cheerios, but I don't think honey Shreddies are actually a thing. Oh, I see. I see, Z-Colo. I'll have to show you the proper lighting. I'll have to show you the proper lighting for it. What's happening, Madhouse? How you doing today? You stopped eating Captain Crunch when your spoon turned red? That's not good. That's not good. I wonder how that happened. That could be a case where it just soaked too much in milk and the dye just kind of spilled out onto the spoon or something. Yo, White Mage, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Yeah, it definitely looks weird to watch more casual playthroughs of games that you speedrun. But honestly, I like it. I honestly like it when I see like other streamers that are enjoying the game. Like I like seeing other streamers enjoy the same games that I do. Like I was actually super stoked to see like Summit, Witwix, like, you know, Trihex has speedrun the games in the past, but still even like some Dan's Gaming, like some like huge Twitch streamers that were in the Insane Trilogy directory, even if it was just for one day. Like, that's super cool. Like, that's super cool to me. Visiting your mom? How's that going so far? And life is good here, honestly. My bed was really comfortable this morning. It was definitely begging me to stay in it. But it's okay. We resisted temptation, and now we're here and having a very good time. Oh, geez. That's not good. That's definitely not a good sign, Madhouse. Seems like you've recovered since, though. What was my first ever job? I was a brand representative for Pacific Sunwear, which was a nice way of saying clothing folder. Clothing folder and hi, how are you person at the store. It was okay. It was fine for a first job, but I didn't really like. I definitely did not get into it. Can you submit that as a Crash 1 run? You absolutely can, Con. As long as the individual games are timed properly, i.e. like as long as you start the timing and you end the timing for each category the proper way within a full trilogy run, you can submit that as a single game run. And I've done that in the past, as a matter of fact. It's going well, she said hello. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm not actually sure I've ever I'm not sure I've ever actually had this situation before where I've like had a family watching the stream where we have like mother and son or something. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you guys are doing that. Komodo Brothers is okay. I definitely have an easier time with it in this version than the original games. But I can see how it would be annoying, especially since it's very easy to panic with Komodo Joe spinning around. Alright, Generic. No problem, man. Dude, I hope you have a good night, and thank you for the good luck. I do appreciate it. Oh, okay. Yeah, losing 2 masks here is definitely not super great. But lining up this jump is pretty tricky. Because Crash is like kind of off camera here. So like it is a little bit awkward, I think, to try to line up that jump. It's a very small platform, I think, as well, compared to his overall size. Okay, so we can't actually jump up there anymore, which is fine. Alright, sounds good, White Mage. Oh, come on. Kept constantly changing the roster during the week. It is kind of annoying for them to do that, Robster. You know, technically, I guess, like, they could still... Okay, let's not do that anymore. Oh, I really can't do that anymore. Holy shit. Maybe I should have gotten the 10 lives from the bear. I didn't realize like how much I've died in this run. Yeah, hitboxes, man. when you just run and jump, you can get past the flamethrower, but then when you go to get the rat, it's just not going to work. There is absolutely no reason to reset at this point, Jackmar. We're still very far ahead at this point. So what I could do is I could game over purposefully, just so I can get 4 lives. Yo, I wish I could be 16 for a living as well. That is a question too far, Robster. I do not discuss politics in my Twitch chat. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Fairy. I appreciate you, man. I think we're just gonna have to clutch it out, honestly. Like we should just clutch it out. Excellent. That's interesting. I did not think that I was gonna hit that. Ah, rip. I thought I pressed spin in time. But that's okay. But yeah, I probably should have done the 10 lives. The funny thing is that like I didn't need to do this when I did individual game runs. So I think that's very weird that all of a sudden now I'm just dying a lot. I don't know. All I need to do is patchwork on some ones. So look, he landed on the platform and then thought about staying there for a second, then went, nah, I'm just gonna fall off. I'm sorry, man. I can't do this anymore. But yeah, game over definitely is gonna lose a lot of time. Definitely gonna lose a lot of time. I know what you mean though, oh geez. I can imagine how hard it would be to get the exact same shade. You know, it's so precise. It's really hard to not hit those nitros, at least with the analog stick. There we go. But yeah, Crash 2 definitely has a life shortage. Crash 3, not a problem. Crash 2 is like the one game where you like get no lives, basically. That was actually really important that we got through there without getting hit. There we go. Alrighty, well that was annoying, but it is what it is. Free tooth care and pony for everyone. It's basically Oprah. It actually wasn't falling through platforms incognito, it was a hitbox thing, as a matter of fact. Yeah, like overall, like if you have enough skill con, it's usually not a problem. And like the past couple of Crash 2 runs that I've done, I haven't had a problem. Like I didn't get any game overs and I didn't need to get the extra 10 lives from the bear. But this time, unfortunately, I've had more deaths than normal. And even though I'm saving time on my previous run, still, you know, it still could have gone better. I think you forgot the gem. That's okay. As long as you don't forget the purple thing. As long as you don't forget that crystal, that's fine. It's okay, I intentionally forgot. Oops. I intentionally forgot to get the gems, so we're sitting pretty. All right, well, kind of made hay there, by. Hang on. Yo, don't worry about it, Incognito. Let me and the mods take care of it. No need to instigate further. Same to you, Con. Just leave it be. If somebody's acting a fool, the mods will take care of it. Get the gems and not the crystals. Then you'll, like, never make it out of Warp 1. Unfortunately, there I got stuck. You can jump around the flame guys? Indeed. You can go over top of them, or you can go a little bit to the side of them. Like that, basically. It's definitely much easier to skip. It's definitely much easier to skip the to skip those flamethrower guys in this game than it is for the OG. Can you make it through with one prop on the fan? That's something that I'm gonna have to work on, Mr. Hangman, because there is a way you can get through those two propellers, but I always get hit when I try to do it. So I just need to look and see like how it's done, because I can't figure it out on my own. That's new, right? It's been known for a little bit, Incognito, but the strat for the Insane Trilogy is different, and it is new compared to what you've done in the OG Trilogy. Like the OG Trilogy, you kind of have to juke them and get a little creative, but with in the Insane Trilogy, you basically just have to have the right angle to where the AI just can't really respond or aim properly in time. Whoops. Yeah, no problem, Incognito. I got you. I had to make sure I didn't actually go into the bonus there. That would not be good. Yeah, I was gonna say. You do not want that polar bear to be flossing his teeth with Bandicoot. That's for sure. Very well kept teeth at that. Like, I have to say, Mama Bear definitely takes care of her teeth and has a good dentist. Alright, not a bad unbearable, I must say. Can't complain with that. Did we just kidnap their baby? Well, the thing is, like, we've already used Polar and Barrett. So, my thinking is that Mama Bear is a little upset that her Polar Bear kind of ran away, but that he apparently also got used by Mr. Bandicoot here, and he's pretty pissed off, understandably. I am Mama Bear's dentist. Even I didn't realize I was so talented. I kid, of course. I know. Mama Bear is pretty awesome, but is pretty awesome to look at. And is certainly a beast, but she's not very bright. Another Titanfall 2 attempt and shaved off 7 minutes. That's awesome, Guardian. Dude, congrats. I take it you're enjoying these. I thought I pressed X, but apparently my ice physics like carried through farther. That's very weird. Yo, Captain Schmucks, what's going on, dude? Yeah, this is a full trilogy attempt. It is indeed, man. How are you doing, by the way? I shouldn't have done that. That was a classic mistake by trying to charge jump over that. The original games make these feel colder. I mean, there's more detail in the... There's more detail in these levels that wasn't in the originals, which captures the environment better, I think. So that might be what you're thinking of. Like, the lighting, some of the texturing, they really do make a difference. I think the lighting is probably, as Incognito mentioned, is probably the biggest factor of why these levels look so different. Tiny and Cortex are actually, I think, are actually totally fine. Tiny is really fun, personally, as a boss battle. I personally find it a lot of fun. The ice block death animation never gets old. Like, the bear levels have definitely some of the more entertaining death animations here. So yeah, we might be losing all of our advantage right now, depending on how long Tiny takes. I don't know, we'll see. That game over in plant food definitely hurt us. Oh, jeez. No. I totally screwed up. I totally forgot that you need to go into the, this portal first. Okay, we're good. That was really weird. I do like Engine in Crash 3. I don't like him as much in Crash 2, but I do like Engine in Crash 3 quite a lot. There we go. Yo, Fixilus, how you doing today? It's good to see you. But this is definitely not all of the time. This is definitely not all of the time there is to save in the run. Warp 4 and 5, I believe, were less than ideal in this game, and Crash 3 was not good whatsoever. So there's definitely still a lot of time to save, although we are going to be losing, you know, quite a bit of it in this warp room. Glad you've been doing not bad. It has been a little while now that you mention it. Life is good for me, though. My bed was really comfy this morning. It was making a good case for me to sleep in, but thankfully we were able to resist temptation, and now we're here. I think all of the characters look pretty fluffy in general, Incognito. Like, they definitely look like they'd be good cuddle buddies. I don't know about I don't know about Tiny. Tiny might just like he might be a little strong, but they all do look very fuzzy, and definitely more obviously furry in these games. Is your disc scratched up a little bit, Hangman? Did I already complete a full run? I don't know what happened there. Did I already complete a full run before this one? No, this is my first run of the day. But have I completed full trilogy runs in general? Oh yeah. Yeah, I've completed several. Alright, there we go. That seems like a disc wear problem, where like maybe the disc is just scratched up there. Yo, welcome back, White Mage. do, 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 do. Oh, there we go. Just want to make sure that gets taken care of. Oh, wow. I just missed the platform there. That's annoying. Just a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I basically just missed the platform. These jumps are actually easier, I think, in the Insane Trilogy than they are in the OG. But you can still mess them up. Yo, welcome back. See you later. As well. How's it going, man? Oh, I didn't start at 7. When I made the comment earlier about my ISP doing some downtime tomorrow, it means their downtime was starting at 7, but I actually start streaming at 9 Pacific US time. So there was no mystery content beforehand. Should you really be skipping lives? Well, if everything's going well, I'm not going to need them, Mr. Hangman. And that's exactly the point, Yin Yang. Saying hi to, well, see you later is one of my favorite contradictions, honestly. 11 a.m. your time is streaming time. That used to be when I started streaming back when I lived on the East Coast. I used to stream at 11 a.m. and then I started streaming earlier, partially because my sleep schedules could better align with my girlfriend's, who works a regular job during the week, but also to try to keep the stream start time as close as possible to what it was beforehand, because I didn't want to go through a massive schedule change if I could help it. And that's all for you guys, in all honesty. Oh yeah, this level's definitely got some colors to it in the Insane Trilogy. There's a lot going on here. Oh no, you were basically right on time, Guardian. Don't worry. Just need to let your food settle in before you go for a sprint. Sounds good, man. What kind of food did you have? Yeah, there you go, White Mage. It all works out. It's a pro strat. The pros tend to not need lives. Skipping checkpoints, too, for that matter. Skipping checkpoints is actually a lot harder for me than skipping lives because, like, I always kind of want that degree of safety. Yo, Jacko, how's it going, by the way? She's a computer engineer. See you later. So that's what she's doing right now. Does Bandicoot still work in the remakes? Nope. It does not. So we have to do a Cold Hard Crash the intended way in the Insane Trilogy. Steak sandwich, fries, garlic bread, and coleslaw. Ooh. Yo, that sounds awesome. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner too? Or just for breakfast and lunch? Alright, digging it. That's where we go now. Yo, Marshy, what's happening, man? How long have I been speedrunning Crash? Probably a little over a year, I would say. I think it's been a little over a year since I've started speedrunning Crash with, you know, with total time that I've actually done Crash speedruns. I think it's like maybe a year and 2 months if I've done the math properly. Oh, rip. It's really hard to keep 2 masks out of this level when you don't have any coming in. Because the problem with that jump right there is that you want to be on the edge of the platform or else you're going to get hit. And if you're too close to the edge of the platform, of course, Crash has round feet. So you then got a problem. But I think now that since I landed pretty close to the center of the platform and saw that that worked that time, I might end up not having to be so risky in the future, which is nice. That'll definitely be good to keep in mind. Gotta wait. Cool. What's up, Celefia? Or Celefia? I'm sorry if I keep mispronouncing your name. How's it going? Are you able to skip the mole pits? You are. It requires a bit more precise timing, so it's not quite as easy as it is in the original trilogy, but you still can do it. It is still indeed possible. And how's it going, by the way? Yes, exactly, Incognito. These are all specific death abuse strats for RNG manipulation. That's exactly what we're doing here. Exactly. More exercises, more protein, more calories, and you'll bulk right back up. See you later. Aw, man. I was really hoping to carry the 2 mass out, because it's going to be really hard to carry 2 mass out of Cold Hard Crash. But I still want to enter it, because if I can get invincibility through the death route, there is a much better chance that I can... there is a much better chance that I can carry 2 mass into hanging out, so we're just going to do that first. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing well. And I'm glad we have that in common. I definitely can't complain with how I'm doing either. What's up, 147 as well? How you doing, man? Watching a Crash 2 HD run doesn't mess up your muscle memory from Crash 2, you just learned? Are you doing original Crash 2 or are you doing Insane Trilogy? I would assume OG Trilogy if you're talking about muscle memory. But I still want to ask regardless. Oh, okay, I see. I see, 147. Dude, that would be sick though. That'd be sick though. See you later. If you were able to have the Wolverine body, that's definitely a tall order. Doable for sure. But not everybody gets to look like Hugh Jackman. That's for sure. They don't call him Jackman for nothing. Is it viable to backtrack for the death route for 100% digging it? There's a jump you can do that... There is a jump that helps you do the backtracking. But I don't actually know how to do it. I think it's a little bit tricky to the type of jumping that you can do to get to the backtracking part. Cool, there we go. What's up, Antibiotics? Was there supposed to be an announcement regarding Crash today? I think it was supposed to happen now? Something like that. But there's no live coverage of San Diego Comic-Con. So there's no like stream, I think, to watch. Alright, come on. Okay. I don't think there's any like live stream to watch of the Insane Trilogy news. I think what it's gonna be, honestly, is Lost Treasures DLC. I would be pretty surprised if they announced a new game. I would be pretty surprised if they announced a new game, but they always could. You never know. Mine did too, Yin Yang. Mine did too for a second, don't worry. I gotta wait. Spyro Remastered? I mean, it would be very exciting if there was a Spyro Remaster announcement or a Crash Team Racing Remaster announcement, but it might be too early for that. What's the new strategy for this level when going for the gem? Basically doing it the intended way, Cyberg. Nah, I think it's because he's jacked 1 for 7. I'm convinced. I'm convinced at this point. The summer body of a bear well prepared for winter rest. But hey, that means you're good for winter. Incognito. Yeah, basically take the death route, do the normal backtracking, go through the rest of the level. It's pretty much doing it as intended at this point. Well, here's the thing. There might be some glitches that will still be in the game. I think if they did do a Spyro remaster, they would probably have Insomniac do it, and I think Insomniac has mentioned verbally at least that they want to do it. So, so they have the source code and they have like all the source stuff to where they could probably make the games feel pretty close to their original feel. Wow, that was really close. Oh, the relic took me a very long time as well, Celafia. It took me very, very long time. Cold Hard Crash is definitely much harder than it once was. They said they don't do remasters? Really? Interesting. So I guess there's some conflicting information out there then. That's definitely not good. Yes, of course, White Mage. Never forgetty, less to you spaghetti. And there's no spaghetti today. I'm gonna break this because if I can bring a mask into Warp 4, that would actually help, or Warp 5, that would actually help me out a lot. It also helps for the engine boss battle in case something goes wrong. Okay, so maybe there's some conflicting information then, because I did get some information that that Insomniac was going to do the remaster, and now there's information that says that they don't do remasters. But it's actually a good point that you bring up the Ratchet and Clank remakes, because they did not do the latest Ratchet and Clank, as far as I'm aware. Back with a chippy? Yo, what do you mean by chippy, Super Spyro? For some reason, I'm a little lost. Yeah, I don't... Oh, fish and chips. Okay. I was gonna say, that sounds familiar now that you mention it. Like, I think I've heard of that term before. But I do love me some fish and chips. I wish I could eat them, though. Unfortunately, fish and chips make me very sick. But I like it. I really do like it a lot. But now I know. Now I know. Yeah, you just can't hit him there. Yes, exactly, level 1 White Mage. It's not a good thing for me to eat fish. Unless it's shrimp. If it's shrimp, I can eat it just fine. But that's the only shrimp that I am... that's the only fish, rather, that I can eat. Or that I know I can't eat. There's some others I'm questionable on, or haven't tried yet, but most seafood definitely will make me sick. Do they have resols in the US? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that word right. So I have no clue. This boss fight seems harder. I think it is, Celafia. I think that engine cycles in general are a little bit harder to deal with. Like he goes off screen sometimes. Sometimes he will. Sometimes he'll just go off screen. Sometimes he'll, you know, move a little bit differently. Like, he won't give you as many opportunities to hit him. Things like that. Yo, what's going on, Bill? How you doing today, man? It's an allergy, Mr. Hangman. What games did I play when I was growing up? Platformers and racers, mostly. And also your skateboarding type games. And also your skateboarding type games. like your Gran Turismos, your Wipeouts, Jet Moto, Roll Cage, Destruction Derby. I played a lot of platformers like this. I played the Mario games when I was at friends' houses. Mario Party, you know, Crash Bash type stuff as well. So there's definitely a lot of different games that I played when I was younger. Mostly platformers and racers, but that was just my personal preference at the time. I did also have the Razor Freestyle Scooter game on the PlayStation 1, and that was a treat. Yo, Rayathe, how are you doing? And what's up, Whitey Fox as well? How are you guys doing? You sneezed holding a cup of coffee? That does sound dangerous, man, especially if it's fresh out of the coffee maker. Haven't been able to follow new streamers? Like you click the follow button and they just don't show up on your lists? I would definitely message Twitch support in that case. See you later, so they're aware of the issue. That's annoying. So right there, I got kind of in a weird spot where if I didn't jump, it would have been very likely for me to slide and fall into the pit. If I like did jump there, there was a chance that I might not have made it, and unfortunately, I did not make it. Watching on the TV? Nice. Dude, I bet that's comfy. That's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to once we get our furniture in soon, is to just like have a couch to chill on and just like be able to watch like streams on the big screen and watch like be able to just have like a comfier lounge type area. Be able to have a other game console set up for like more casual gaming and have friends over. Like I'm like super excited to basically have my home, you know, fully unlocked. Because right now we've just got bare minimum furniture, and it's fine. Like we've definitely been able to function, but you know, it's just we've definitely been waiting for our furniture for a while, and finally being able to make the place home is gonna be awesome. Make all the things, Mr. Hangman. Ain't nothing wrong with having an average day though, Rayathe. It seems like you're pretty content though, and that's good. The runs are going pretty well. This run is definitely still ahead, and it is on pace at the very least to PB, if not to record. So life is good, I must say. A shepherd's pie without the beef? Are you yourself vegetarian, or do you just not have the food? Yes, that is true to a certain degree. There's like a little bit of a buffer window, yin yang. You can do it if you go off to the side, Cyberg, but because I'm trying to keep mass all the way through so that way I can use them in the piston levels, I'm disincentivized to do stuff like that because it's very risky for me to actually just get hit. Chromecast is nice, Madhouse. That is definitely an awesome piece of technology. There we go. What's going on, David Mason? How are you doing today? And I am Jacko. I'm doing all 3 games back to back to back. Oh no, not this again. Not this again, Jordan. No! Okay, it's still fine. It's still fine. But I forgot that cycle was pretty marginal to get through, and unfortunately I was on the wrong side of it. If I was able to hold my second mass, that would be awesome, because I could get like third mass form basically right away and piston it, and that would help me go like insanely fast. That's okay. Yes, I have tried before with shocking results. Rip mask, rip run, reset. Game over. Drop the mic. Not actually, though. Jetpackless, I don't think works. In the Jetpackless, I don't think works in the in this level. Tokaloni, thanks for the host, man. I do appreciate it. Hope your stream was awesome today. Oh my god, Whitey Fox, you are so right. Whitey Fox, you are so right. I screwed up. If I was Salt, though... Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about it too seriously. I have to go back in because I forgot the crystal. I actually forgot the crystal. What's up, Epic Dude Guy? How you doing? What's up, Crackstar? How are you doing? What's up, Eraser? Sub Uyama. Wait, did you get a PB? What's up, Pickup Program? So the good news is that this gives us another opportunity to get third mass form and piston it away, and I believe my warp 5 is not super great in this PB. But yeah, I think what happened there was I just did not provide enough bandwidth to getting the crystal, like, because it wasn't on camera. The angle that I was flying through. Basically I was not able to see the crystal. PB and Prince of Persia Sands of Time, that's awesome, man. Congratulations, that definitely does sound like a good stream. Sounds like an awesome stream. Excuse me. Have I played Crash of the Titans? I have not. The most recent Crash game I have played is actually Twinsanity. So I did not play Titans, Mind Over Mutant, Boom Bang, like that series in particular. So yeah, bad news is we had to do that level again. Good news is that it's probably not going to be it's probably not a disaster at the end of the day. Which full Japanese game are you playing right now, White Mage? Yeah, exactly, Cyberg. That's exactly why. I couldn't resist. I needed to play it twice. Yo, what's going on, Yoshi86? How are you doing today? To my Twins Hundo runs then? I'll pass for now. But I'll let you know if I change my mind, of course. I'm just gonna, like, not even try to get past that guy. And we were able to skip that cycle anyway, so basically, waiting for that cycle was negated, which is awesome. Oh yeah, absolutely. It definitely does not invalidate the run at all with what happened in Pack Attack. This will help a lot too. So there's definitely a lot of time saved to pick up. And if anything, it's easy time save for next time. If only I could 3D jump around that piston, that would be so nice. If I had one! Dinkelberg! Fate Grand Order? Is that a visual novel or like an anime game, or what is that actually? Titans is your favorite? Titans, I've heard that Titans and Mind Over Mutant are not bad games. They're just not really like Crash Bandicoot. They're not really like Crash Bandicoot games in the same sense that like this game is, for example. I like it, Mr. Hangman. I think it kind of adds some cool, cool flavor to it. I thought that was Mr. Turner, unless you're just being cheeky. Oops. Whoa, hello. That's fine. It's a mobile game, but it's an RPG with all Fate characters. Okay. I'm gonna nod my head and pretend I know what that means. No, I'm just kidding. I can imagine. I can get an image in my head of what it's like. And that's fair, Fairy. Definitely, definitely no problem if you enjoy the games. Absolutely no problem there. Who knows? I could enjoy it too if I tried it. It's more a fight bosses type game. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, people have talked about it being kind of a beat 'em up. That's fine. No, that's not fine. Oh, man. Crash wanted to land on that platform. He really did. I thought I pressed square in time. Whoa, what's going on? This is not good. What was that? That was really scary. That was really scary. Holy crap. Yeah, I extended slid off of the edge, and for some reason did not kill that like crawler guy. But then the second time around, it was fine. I don't know. I probably won't be after this split incognito because of what happened in Pack Attack, but I've made a lot of mistakes, but I'm going faster in this game. Whereas, like, in my previous run, I had less mistakes, but I was going slower overall. Like, my routing wasn't quite as good, and, you know, overall, like, I wasn't doing as fast as strats. What's up, Levante? I mean, sometimes it's gonna happen. Like, sometimes you're just gonna have those days. It's hard to do everything right, you know? But yeah, definitely a game over would be a disaster. Which is why we're gonna go get some Wumpa Fruit. There we go. Would it be quicker to save the jetpack levels for last? Not exactly. The reason why I do Night Fight into Pack Attack is because if I enter with 0 mass, or if I get hit in Night Fight, then I want to try to set up 3rd mass form for the piston levels, and that saves a lot of time, if you can pull it off. So, like you saw in the second half of Piston It Away, how I was basically able to just ignore, like, everything. And that definitely saves quite a lot of time. Yo, Ham Tardy, what's going on, man? What are the most popular categories in Insane? Definitely any percent. Any percent runs are very popular. Crash 2 102 is also a thing. And there are a couple people doing Crash 1 Hundo categories now as well. But definitely the any percent categories are where you have the most active leaderboards and the most runners. All I wanted to do was get enough to get one more life, 1 for 7, just as insurance. Yo, Drago, what's happening, man? This run's been interesting. I had an awesome Crash 1 and PB'd, had a great beginning of Crash 2 and an awful second half. And now we're going to enter Crash 3 very shortly. And now we're gonna enter Crash 3 very shortly, and there is a lot of time to save in Crash 3. I think there's like a good 3 or 4 minutes to save. So plus some new gold splits, because made definitely some big improvements in Crash 3 since the last full trilogy run. So this run is definitely not quite as this run can definitely still recover and recover very well. .309 is free world record. I mean, completing a run is going to be tough, just because like the games and categories are very young. Crash 2 102 is probably the most developed category, but it's definitely not as developed as the other ones. It's definitely not as developed as the any percent categories. It's really hard for everything to go right, though, in these 3 game runs, because you basically have 3 no reset runs back to back, and you're constantly, you know, you're switching back and forth because each game is a little bit different to run. So, you know, it's definitely harder than it looks to be able to switch back and forth in between each of the 3 games and try to remember all the little nuances of each game, especially as you start going faster and faster. You know, it's pretty challenging. All right, take it easy, Ginger Gamer. No problems, and thank you for the good luck. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Dude, how could you forget the villain of Rocky 4, though? He's definitely an iconic character, of course. That wasn't a personal slight. That was just a general comment. You know, you can't forget the Russian guy. Time for the best game. I do enjoy Crash 3 a lot. I think like my order of precedence goes Crash 1, 3, and then 2. But it's not as if I dislike 2. I do like doing Crash 2 runs. But 3 has that kind of charm and the variety that the other games just don't really have. And then it kind of has that charm and variety that the other games just don't have. And then, oh, oops. Oh, what? There we go. And then Crash 1 has, you know, a total overhaul from its original self, which is really nice too. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Fairy. I appreciate it. I like playing as Coco, but unfortunately it's pretty slow to play as Coco, except in this game where it's convenient to switch back and forth between Coco and Crash. It's one of the cool things I do like about Crash 3 as well, is Coco definitely gets her time in the sun. Why is there still the save screen in the Crash 3 hub? Because you still need to save your game? Maybe I'm missing something, but how come, should the save hub not be there for some reason? Oh, you have to talk to Coco because otherwise you're not able to switch between her and Crash at will. You know, you have to interact with Coco and say, do you want Coco to join your adventure? Yes. Okay, now you can switch back and forth between Coco and Crash. I don't know why they want you to do that as opposed to, you know, just having that option available from the start. But that is something that you have to do before you can switch back and forth between Coco and Crash deliberately. Yo, Kadak, how you doing today, man? Exactly, Jacko, exactly. Thought you can save away from the screen? Oh yeah, you can. You can save away from the load screen, but you can go there too, I suppose. I've always used autosave, so I haven't really tested that theory, but I think it's fine for them to leave it in there because it's still familiar to the old school players. But yes, you can play as Coco in every game, but you have to wait until after the first boss in Crash 1 and 2 to be able to unlock Coco switching. They still kind of are, though. Hell, I'm Jordan. They look really, really good, I must say. Nope, cuddle skip is not a thing at this point. Unless there is a strat that will come out later that will help us skip the cuddles. We're going to be cuddling every day in Crash 3 at this point. Yo, sub 1 hour with loads is gonna be whoa, pretty challenging. Speaking of pretty challenging, holy shit. Yo, my lag, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Every day I'm cuddling. Exactly. Oh, come on. Where's the hitbox? Come on, don't be rude. I think, like, I remember him saying that he did not want to play Crash 3 that much. Like, I think he's observed from watching other Crash streams, but I think he himself will probably not do too much Crash 3 at this point. At least back when the game first came out. He might have changed his mind. But Crash 2 is his main squeeze at this point. Yo, nice. That's awesome, Lag. That is definitely good news. How much did you take off from your previous PB? The surf levels in the new Crash 3 look pretty intense. They look beautiful. The jet ski controls are definitely a lot looser than the jet ski controls in they're definitely a lot looser than the jet ski controls in the Crash 3 OG, but they're okay in any percent. For 100%, it's tough. Gotta get the cheese, son. Exactly. I think it gives you exactly 1 life, Salafia. I think it gives you just 1 for landing on top of him, but it's still a really cool Easter egg, honestly. I definitely think it's a little bit worse for like 100% because you need more precision movement for 100%ing certain levels, but it's not bad for any percent. I've gotten used to it at this point. Yo, that would be sick though. No, I know, Father Bill. I know. No, at this point, with Mach Tornado, that is not something I've learned yet. Yesterday, I spent a lot of time doing other things away from Crash Bandicoot. There was some IRL stuff I needed to catch up on. I definitely want to study some Mach Tornado. There's something else in Crash 2 that I wanted to look at too, and I keep forgetting what it is. But yesterday was definitely an IRL only sort of day. What's up, Devrick? How you doing today, man? The underwater movement, I think, is faster, Cyberg. Like, your baseline movement is faster, and it does look a little bit more fluid. I think I agree with you there. Yes, there's I think there's a guy. The guy who originally found it has videos on YouTube of the strat, and then there are some time trial videos that have people incorporating Mach Tornado spin, so you can get an idea of how it works. Skipping the underwater vehicle might be faster. Yeah, I heard that the speed differential between the underwater vehicle and the and your just natural movement is there's less of a gap between it, but I think it's still a little bit faster to have the vehicle in general. I don't know though. How you do the speed boost with the underwater fish thing? You basically charge with circle. You charge with circle, and then you press X to shoot out the missiles. But yeah, you basically just keep spamming circle. Why is the Time Twister above the ocean when it used to be in space? I think it still is in space, but depending on the environment, it changes between water or otherwise. But I don't know, I never really paid attention to it. Could also have been too dark or just kind of omitted because PS1 graphical limitations. Well, like I said earlier, Guardian, sub 1 hour with loads is going to be tough. That would be an insane time. It would beat the world record by minutes. Currently, you could do it. It could be possible with some new glitches and stuff found, but that's going to be a tall order. Sub 1 hour without loads, though, no problem. I've already got it. Oh yeah, Boneyard. So it depends on with or without loads. Sometimes you just gotta know which button to press, incognito. What's happening, Captain Rimmer? How you doing today? What is Fake Crash? Fake Crash was a character that was put into Crash 3 after some bootleg Crash dolls came out in Asia, and he basically had like really thick eyebrows and like weird looking teeth, and just didn't really look like Crash. So the developers put in Fake Crash as an Easter egg in Crash 3. So when you completed it 105%, Fake Crash showed up at various points of the game. And when you complete these games 100% to their maximum completion, rather, as well, Fake Crash will also show up in Crash 1 and 2 as an Easter egg, which is pretty cool. I hope so too, Pickup. The lava in this game is definitely a bit more twitchy than it is in the original game. But we're okay for now with invincibility, of course. Yo, Standout, how you doing today? You can play as Fake Crash in CTR. Did you have to put in a cheat code to unlock Fake Crash, or could you legitimately unlock Fake Crash? I think you could also play as Fake Crash in Crash Carnival, which is the Japanese version of Crash Bash. I believe Fake Crash was a playable character in that game. Don't remember what the unlock requirements were though. Chester Bennington? Who is Chester Bennington, Honk Tardy? First of all. And second of all, regardless, I'm definitely feels bad, man. Think you had to complete all the gem cups? Oh, okay. I was just curious if you had to like basically hack the game to get Fake Crash like you did with Oxide, or if you could legitimately unlock him. What's up, Bulging Manhood, by the way? How are you doing? Yeah, I think it's the Makin' Waves one is the one that is most commonly known about in Crash 3, but I think he's in one other level, and he's even in Insanity Beach in Crash 1 for the Insane Trilogy if you completed 102%. Penta is legit on the PAL version. On NTSC-U, unfortunately, Penta is nothing special. Oh, holy crap. Dude, I had no idea. That's, wow. That's definitely a development. Do we know what happened to him? I know, we need a cheesy mode in here, stat. With how often we cheese this boss fight, we definitely need one. Feels pal, man, exactly. Wow, that's really sad, dude. Dang, man. That is definitely not somebody I was thinking of. That was definitely not somebody I would think I would hear their obituary today. There you go. There you go. There's the cheese emotes, guys. What's up, Burkle, by the way? How you doing today? Oh, there we go. Gotta trigger it properly. Nice to see the spot on the top left still works. Indeed, and they throw cheese at you because you're cheesing the fight, which I think is a really nice touch. I think that's a really nice touch from Vicarious Visions. Like, that's pretty thoughtful of them. Yo, what's going on? Chris Fan, how are you doing today? Stormy Ascent is playable in 20 minutes. Wait, is that like a free DLC? Chris Fan, or what's the deal with that? Because I heard that there was going to be some kind of announcement, but I don't really know. Actually, you know what? Let's do Hog Ride first. Especially after the incident with Chris Cornell. I didn't actually hear about that. See you later. I actually don't know what happened there. Actually, I think it's harder, Celephia. You can actually just stand in the corner in the original game, but in the Insane Trilogy, you have to run. Like, if you don't run against the wall, then the tigers will, or the lions, excuse me, will get you. Because the cheese involves you directly, and it's like during the boss fight, so people will be like paying more attention to it. But like the tomatoes, the fight's already done. Tomatoes are whatevs. Okay, that works too. Wow. That is pretty crazy too. Dude, life is good, Chris fan. I absolutely cannot complain. Welcome back, Tub, by the way. Life is awesome. Hope you are doing well too. Why didn't a split happen on Tiny Tiger? It did, but I skipped the split in my previous run, so that's why there wasn't a comparison delta. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. That would have sucked. Exactly, Yoshi. That was the level that was omitted from Crash 1 before it released. He was in it was in a hotel room while the band was on tour. It does seem like it kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, maybe we can do some bonus content toward the end of the stream. Like maybe we can do some Stormy Ascent. I don't know. We'll see. As long as I know how to download it. If I can like get to it somehow, then that would be sick. Dude, Crash always looks rad. Especially when he's on the motorcycle. For sure. The sound effect is a bit more subtle, Mr. Hangman, when he goes into the portal. He does kind of go like a little bit. Yo, Raffy boy, how's it going, man? Yeah, we'll just throw in a 309 run after this, no problem. Just a small amount of bonus content. I'm just kidding, of course. That's good to hear, though, Rappy boy. I'm glad you are doing well, and I'm glad that we seem to have that in common, man. Life is good. Life is good over here. Purra, I don't believe is like yellow to be yellow. I think it's just the lighting. I think it's like wow. Purra is orange, but basically but yeah, Purra is orange, but the lighting is just makes it look more yellow. 150 art book. That sounds kind of cool. That definitely sounds kind of cool too. Stormy Ascent is cute, Alfred. I've never played it. I've only seen videos and watched people play it. But I've never played it personally either. What's up, Garuda? And yes, I did hear about that. That is definitely pretty sad. Very unexpected too. How's it going though, by the way? Dude, the world could always use more Crash emotes. The world could always use more Crash emotes. And yo, welcome back, Pez. That's awesome though, Garuda. I'm glad you're excuse me, I'm glad you're doing well today, man. Regardless. Life is excuse me. Life is pretty good for me too, honestly. My bed was really comfortable this morning. It was definitely coaxing me to stay inside, but we resisted temptation, thankfully. It was hard. It was hard though. It was definitely making a very good case for itself. Oh, there's gonna be Crash emojis. Oh, that's why you made that comment. Like Crash emojis, as in like on where? Like where are these Crash emojis gonna be? Do 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 do. There we go. I gotta go for the new strats though, Guardian. The good news is that like even though I did die a lot in my previous Crash 3 single game PB, there's such a big time save by doing it properly that that I can still mess it up and it's fine. And the boss battle reloads like super quickly. Crash Moji sticker app. So it's gonna be like on mobile phones and stuff, right?
Good day, mate.
No, thank you to Damageless, Mr. Hangman. Dude, she holds it down though, Cyberg. Like, it's very risky for her to carry around her laptop, but she still holds her own. Her laptop definitely does not seem to cause some problems. I definitely think her slide spin animations, Celestia, are more pretty. I definitely think her animations are prettier. Look at her go! Yo, Coco's animation on the monkey bars is so funny. I love it. Like, look, she's going so fast. Her arms are doing overtime there. I love it. Dude, I love it. Yo, she is definitely the hardest working Bandicoot in the world when she's on those monkey bars. Holy crap. Dude, no kidding when you say strong arm Coco. She doesn't mess around. It's like Chemical X basically, Tubstain is what we're saying. It's that Chemical X that she drinks all day. Dude, I know. I'm not gonna lie, like when George Michael died this past Christmas, I listened to like George Michael a lot, like for the rest of the evening. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that definitely did happen. Just imagine Crunch on the monkey bars. He'd probably break them. He probably would just like grab them and then they would just break immediately. Coco Banuka is my favorite anime character. Well, there is a Crash manga. So theoretically, there could be a Crash anime. And it might not be a joke anymore. Yo, Omega Corpse, long time no see. How are you doing? Nice. There we go. Well, I mean, Rule 34 and all, Cyberg. So probably. Yes, we did, Omega Corpse. We are well aware of the news, and definitely is crazy, man. It's weird that he makes one of the biggest Christmas hits and dies. Yeah, it's very ironic. It was very ironic, God Sonic, but it is what it is, you know. What's up, Bayerno? How are you doing today? Will I someday do a 100% stream? Fun fact, actually, before I started running the Insane Trilogy, I primarily did 100% runs of the original games, primarily Crash 2 and 3. But normally I do, but I've been doing any percent runs for the Insane Trilogy and really having a good time with it. I would like to try to do like 100% categories for each of these games down the road. I think that would be pretty fun. But as of yet, I have not tried a 100% category, though I would like to at some point. Your friend can confirm that there is. I believe it's out there. The Crash song thing? What do you mean the Crash song thing? Yeah, dude, I got you, Cyberg. The most difficult thing to learn about Crash speedruns, honestly, it's the some of the upper level movement and cycles. Some of the upper level movement is pretty challenging, and the cycles, like basically knowing where stuff is going to be and when, can be pretty challenging as well. What if the game forces you to update? It probably won't. I don't think it works that way. Losing a little bit of time, I think it's because probably because I died somewhere. That's okay. Definitely still a lot of improvement to have through the second half. Yeah, I know what you mean though, Omega. It's definitely a big surprise. What happens if you don't jump far enough? You get stuck somewhere in between the crystals. That's basically what happens. You basically get stuck somewhere in between the crystals. Well. The Easter egg song? I think I know what you're talking about. It's the Crash Bandicoot like song, right? Yo, that's lame, God Sonic. I don't think I ever actually came across that myself, but that sounds very rude of them to sounds very rude of them to do in the middle of the game. What's up, hero? Yes, this is Crash Warped. This is indeed. How are you doing today, by the way? Thank you, Guardian. I'm definitely doing my best, man. Definitely gonna do our best. What's up, BB? I know, I heard the news, man. That is definitely, crazy, for sure. No! I can see how third mass form is not super useful in this level anymore. It didn't really do a whole lot for me. I can definitely see what happened there. So yeah, my route is, I'm kind of just doing my own route here because I already have 2 mass entering the warp room. So I kind of want to just get in while the getting's good. Do high time and, do high time and dynamite first. Then we'll probably do road crash and then go into, double header to recover our mass. And then we'll do under pressure last. Actually, you know what? What we could do is we could do under pressure after dynamite, and then do road crash, and then just do double header last. We could just do that. But yeah, that is definitely very sad news, BB, for sure. As much as sometimes, you know, we've memed about Linkin Park, you know, just the internet in general, you know, it's definitely still a sad day. Thinking about trying Crash Warped any percent for the 12-hour challenge? That's awesome. Are you thinking of doing the original or this version? And what's the other game that you're thinking of? Also, when is the 12-hour challenge weekend? Aw, man. So actually, that's fine. Yeah, that doesn't really change anything. Dude, I don't know, Fairy. I've been drinking water, too. Like, I drank coffee earlier today, but I've been, like, drinking water, too. It's not like I've been going in on some mellow yellow, either. 12-hour challenge is the weekend of 8/4. Okay. I'll try to keep that in mind. I don't know if I'm gonna... I don't know, if I do the 12-hour challenge, what I'm gonna end up doing. But I think it would be cool to do one of those, for sure. Yeah, I heard about that as well, BB. Definitely a pretty rough 1-2 punch there. This is why it's very important to take care of yourself. Even as a celebrity, you know, definitely take care of yourself. Robin Williams too, you know, lest we forget what happened there as well. Yeah, let's just do, oh geez, let's just do Deep Trouble next, and then we'll do Road Crash and Doubleheader. Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland. The only thing I remember about Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland were the commercials, because they were freaking hype. I don't know if you guys remember the TV commercials for Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland, at least in the US. They were crazy. Yeah, let's do level 12. There we go. Do you think if I played the original again, that because you played this, you would struggle with the muscle memory? I got a taste of that when I was doing Insane Trilogy speedruns and then doing 1545 prep at the same time, because I was frequently going back and forth between this game and the original games. And there definitely is a challenge with going back and forth between muscle memory. Your muscle memory is constantly fighting itself when you go back and forth between these games. Yeah, this is very interesting. When you come out of a boost with this guy, sometimes you're just not able to turn down. You're just not able to turn down right away. Like, you kind of get stuck in that case. Yo, it'll go by faster than you think, Chris fan. No, it is not, Con. It is definitely not. Alright, so unfortunately I kind of just lost both my masks there, but that's okay. Turn down for what, exactly? I knew it was going to be a matter of time. It's all good, though. I definitely left myself open for that one. I personally had the hardest time with Crash 2 Hero, but I think probably the hardest one at this point is Crash 3. There's a lot of tech in Crash 3 that is that can be pretty tricky to master. So I think that one probably has like the hardest strats in general. Oh, come on. Come on. That's a really big time loss that I didn't need. The thing is, like, that guy, he stayed open for long enough to where if I had waited for him to get small again, I probably would have missed my window, would have had to wait for another vortex, so I kind of had to take my chances there, and unfortunately, it didn't work. Now this is much better. There we go. That is much better. That's fine. Cool. Alright, well, it didn't actually cost me as much time as I thought. I got really concerned because, like, when you die right before a checkpoint, it's usually pretty bad. But this was fine. This was not a big deal. There's definitely a lot of time to save in this warp room by virtue of it going fine. And it's kind of the same thing in the last two warps as well. And before Stormy Ascent is going to need a key? I don't think so. I feel like Lost Treasure should be its own thing, separate from the main game. Test 1, 2, 3, Kappa Kappa. That was a successful test, Captain Schmucks. Yeah, I don't actually know, Sonic. I do not know for sure. Do. We got a donation with the title donation testing. That's pretty cool. I don't think it's paid DLC. I think it's free DLC. Apparently with just Stormy Ascent. No other beta levels as far as I'm aware. $10? Wait, what? Wait, what's going on? Okay, so I heard it was free. Now it's $10. Oh, it was a $10 donation. Never mind. Never mind. I'm with you. I was just like so confused for a second. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on with this DLC. Stormy Ascent is a beta level that, oh god, that actually did not make it into Crash 1 because, and they removed it because it was too hard. Previously, you could only access it with a Game Shark code, and you could then play the level, but it would crash once you finish it. Like the game itself would just crash. And now we can play it as DLC, which is really cool. So now I'll actually be able to get to play it without the need for a Game Shark code, and probably without breaking the game either. You definitely need to have some patience, Hero. Having experienced speedrunning the original games definitely helps. It definitely does help quite a lot, but at the same time, it is, you know, it definitely is pretty hard. You know, I think that Crash Bandicoot is a very hard video game, for sure. Yo, what's going on, Balto? I've thought about it. I basically would have to try each of the categories by themselves and see if I like them enough to do them all in one run. It's going to take some time before, you know, before I could get to a point to where I would feel comfortable with a 309% run. And yo, Sora Knight, how's it going? That's a very good point about Stormy Ascent, is Stormy Ascent was supposed to be the harder version of Slippery Climb. Like, it follows the same theme. And what's up, Mithril Leaf? Hey, they don't call it Crash Bandicoot for nothing. Exactly. You might be throwing your controller, Revy. We'll have to see what happens, though. Oh, jeez. No! Why? Why you do this? What's going on, Partial? The sub emote is here. It's been approved. The sub emote has been approved, and it is gorgeous. There we go. Yo, literally bodied, Revy. Literally bodied. I wish Naughty Dog made more games that were pretty and cartoony. Honestly, like, the nature of gaming has changed, Mithril Leaf. Like, we came up in the 90s, and we came up with that sort of game being a very big deal. Unfortunately, with, you know, unfortunately nowadays, people do crave realism. They crave this sort of, like, gritty, like, dramatic type experience from games. And I don't think that, like, goofy games like this sell as well unless they have the nostalgia factor like the original Crash Bandicoot games did. I think it's harder to make it work. Not impossible, but harder. I mean, Breath of the Wild is different because, like, that's still definitely a big change to Zelda. Like, it's an open world, like, huge exploration type game, which people love nowadays. It's not like a linear experience. Like, Crash Bandicoot is a more linear experience. It's all right, Revy. I definitely would look to change it should I get partnered, but definitely it's okay. I made out a lot better than some of my friends. For sure. What's up, Sick41? Indeed, the DLC just dropped apparently, and that's pretty cool. And it's free, which is awesome. I like free things. Yo, Wolfzone, I did hear about those bad news, man. That is definitely a huge surprise. Is the guy with the red sleeve flexing? I'm trying to think what the guy with the red sleeve is. Oh, jeez. There we go. I did hear about that, my lag. DLC for the Insane Trilogy Partial. Stormy Ascent is now available for download as free DLC. So yeah, that basically is, and that's that is some good news for today. Will I stream DLC? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking at the end of the stream. I'm thinking at the end of the stream that I'll go ahead and download Stormy Ascent, and we'll give it a try. I'm probably not going to do it right after this run because I want to do some single game runs after this, but I want to do some single game runs after this, but definitely at the end of the stream, like once I'm finished with runs, I think we'll download Stormy Ascent and give it a try. Bam. That's the kind of time save that's waiting for us. It looks like a guy with the red arm flexing. No, it's me cuddling a heart. That's the love emote. Okay, there we go. It's really hard to make it work, Celafia, without the nostalgia associated with it. That's really the problem. It really is, like, it really is a problem. That really is the problem, is that, like, it's hard to make a new game work. A remake, no problem, but it's really hard to make a new game like that work. It's downloading automatically. Interesting. Interesting if so, and hopefully it doesn't mess up the stream if it does. But yeah, definitely, I think once I'm... Whoa, that was really close. I was gonna say, once we're done for the day, I think I'll probably end up... Once we're done for the day, I'll probably end up downloading it. Vac. What if, though? What if all of a sudden Stormy Ascent became a part of the main game, which I don't really think it should. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now you have to do Stormy Ascent in all your speedruns. Like, that would be definitely a game changer. How did I save so much time on Entropy? My Warp 3 was not very good. I've learned some new strats, and I have much better routing, especially in the second half of Crash 2, or excuse me, Crash 3, that helps me save a lot of time. So this is one of the categories that I've improved in the most over time. Stormy Ascent doesn't look bad, but I have a feeling that when we try it, it'll be pretty difficult. Stormy Ascent is a beta level in Crash 1 that got removed from the final game because the developers deemed it too hard at the time of its release. It's supposed to be a hardcore version of Slippery Climb, and it definitely is much harder than Slippery Climb was, and we already know how hard that level is. There we go. The current world record for the full trilogy is a 3:30:09 with loads by Crash Pro. There's been a number of things that have gone wrong in this run, but there's still a lot of time to save in Crash 3, in this warp room and in the final one. Yeah, we've definitely made a lot of progress in all three games. I think really what's hurt this run a lot is Crash 2. The second half of Crash 2 was not very good. Honestly, if Stormy Ascent is in the speedrun, that's fine, but having it added to the speedrun after the fact is kind of weird. Like, it's kind of unprecedented that DLC comes out and then we have, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, you need to suddenly start doing this level, and then the category totally changes. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to see how the DLC is incorporated. It could be that Stormy Ascent is not part of the main game and it's kind of in its own little thing, but I don't know. I personally think that for a DLC like this with secret levels, you should probably not have them in the main game, that it should be in its own kind of like museum area or Lost Treasures type area. But I don't know. If it's in the game and it does count towards some kind of completion percentage, then we might have some problems with speedrunning, to where all of a sudden now Crash 1 runs are invalid unless they have Stormy Ascent. But I don't think it'll be that way. I think it's going to be a purely secret level, and that's what I think it should be. How do horses have a coat and mane? Wait. What? I feel like I'm missing something here. Yep, exactly, Mr. Hangman. If you clip the ramps, you'll get a speed boost, but you won't actually go off of them, which is kind of cool. The hint for it is good luck, you'll need it. That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. It's supposed to be an intimidating level. It's because it's without loads, Guardian. The time with loads is the time that you see on the timer. But the time without loads is what's going to be on the leaderboard. So it's a little weird. Oh, geez. It's a little bit weird how it's set up. But the time with loads is what you see on Live Split. And then the time on the leaderboard is what you see is without loads. I normally talk about the time with loads, because the time with loads is what you're going to see on stream. It's what you're going to see like when you're watching somebody do a speed run, because the loads get taken out after the fact. Read the comment before that. I think it's gone. I think it's gone, so you might have to do me a favor and copy paste it. Do you get the green gem in Crash 1? Yes, you still get the green gem for any percent. Castle Machinery is still a very long level, and it is still worthwhile to skip it. Even though now 100%ing the Lost City is... even though 100%ing the Lost City takes longer now, it's still worthwhile. What's up, Red Juan? How are you doing? I don't know. I have no idea. I heard that the DLC was free just straight away. Isn't it faster to super spin after sliding because you keep the momentum? There's a technique called mock tornado spin, which I am still working on learning, that basically allows you to do a certain set of inputs with your tornado spin that will allow you to boost along the ground. It's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky, and currently I don't have it down. But that is something that I'll incorporate in the future to help go faster in Crash 3, absolutely. Why does Coco have fur and hair? Oh. I don't know, man. Coco is just that talented. I mean, Crash kind of has like a little mohawk. Oh, it's that first one. Okay. Okay, now I see how it all comes together. Doesn't say free for me. Is it like not free in certain countries? Because that's weird. Excuse me. It's no longer medieval Arito. It's mock tornado Arito. I think you will, Jacko. I think you will. Just patience is a virtue. Free until August 19th, then you have to pay for it? That's kind of lame. That's not gonna lie. Unless on August 19th the rest of unless the rest of the Lost Treasures DLC is available on August 19th, that would be fine. But temporarily free DLC and then having to pay for it kind of feels bad, man. It's just taking a break. Fair enough. Fair enough, Bill. Alright, there we go. Delayed payment DLC. I mean, that's what it sounds like. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what happens and what it says. I'm gonna have to see what happens and what it says when I get to downloading the DLC. But it is totally possible. Slayer Luke in with the cheeky in-game messages. Indeed, Sonic. Something popped up. You bought a disc version and you have it for free? Yeah, it seems kind of weird. Like, it seems like it works a little bit different for everybody. Yo, Renegade, what's going on, dude? How you doing today, man? Oh, two new avatars got released for your country. Hopefully that's true for the US as well. What's going on, Komog? How are you doing? There's not really any difference in speed between Crash and Coco. The one reason why in Crash 3 we switch back and forth between Crash and Coco is because there are certain levels where you can only play as Crash and certain levels where you can only play as Coco. And the game will automatically switch you to the proper character, which is fine, but it'll then switch you back afterwards. So you have to optimize changing characters to where you only change characters when the game forces you to, and there's a trick where you can manually swap right before the level starts that allows you to skip that animation process, and you won't have to do the exit change animation either, which is pretty cool. And that's one of the interesting things, one of the interesting technology pieces of Crash 3 for the Insane Trilogy is that, you know, character switching and kind of when we do it. What's happened in solo? That's the idea. Probably not after this exact run, but at the end of the stream, because I still want to do some single game runs and do a little bit more speedrun action after this full trilogy attempt. The plan is to download the Stormy Ascent DLC and give it a shot. Yo, Gosloth, how you doing today, man? Hey, there you go. Yeah, a frame perfect trick for character swapping is very interesting indeed as well. But yeah, you can see how useful the third mass form is for Future Frenzy. One of the reasons why we don't do it in Tomb Raider is because it's kind of awkward when you get it in Tomb Raider, because sometimes your mass can run out right in the middle of the water, and unlike in the original trilogy, there is no buffer time between when the third mass form ends and when the water starts coming back up. So sometimes you will just drown immediately after your third mass form ends, and that's no good. Yeah, this is the same run, Gimmick Soldier, but thank you for the good luck. What was the first game you did when you started speedrunning? Crash 1. It was the original Crash 1, and Crash 1 any percent was the first category that I did on stream. Off stream, actually, my very first speed game was Ridge Racer Type 4 any percent, which is not a great speed game, but it's one of my favorite games of all time. And any percent is kind of interesting. You know, it's basically complete Grand Prix mode as fast as possible, and it's kind of neat. There's some interesting technology in that category as well. The force field like football enemies that I call Mr. Hangman are smaller, definitely. Let me get his belly button first. Oh, I didn't get it. Yo, I thought I did. That's okay though. There we go. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna get rid of this shoulder, hopefully. No? Let's work on this one instead. Alright, well that one's gonna close. There we go. Do I think Insane Trilogy will be released for other consoles? Probably not. If it gets ported anywhere, I would say it's the PC. But even so, I'm not entirely sure about that. I think that it's unlikely that we'll see it ported to another console. This is one of Sony's best franchises, and I think out of respect for the original games, they're probably not going to want to move it to another platform unless there's a huge demand for it. Like if there's a huge demand for it on PC or Xbox One or something. I doubt that it will be moved over to another console. I would assume that it's going to be PS4 only. There we go. What's going on, Darth Senate? Where was it confirmed for Xbox? Where was it confirmed for Xbox? This is actually new information to me. Wonder if Kuru ever do any of the Ridge Racer games. Honestly, like, I would love to see him do Ridge Racer 7. I think that's probably the best one to do a speedrun of. And I would love to... I would love to... hang on one second. Wow, a lot of buffered inputs right there. I would love to see Ridge Racer speedrun, honestly. Xbox One release date? Wait, really? Huh. What's going on, Knight? How you doing? Well, I'm not saying Sony owns it. Like, I'm not saying they own the intellectual property, but I think they would have a vested interest in keeping Crash to PlayStation because Crash is PlayStation. You know, whether they do or do not is another thing. And I personally don't mind having it on other consoles, but it seemed unlikely to me that they would port it. And it seemed like at E3, right before the game released, that Vicarious Visions was like, nah, this isn't going to come to any other consoles. Yo, Winter, what's going on, man? How you doing? Because I also heard about, like, that there was a fake report earlier, too, about the game being cross-platform. So that further, like, discredited, the fact that it would be on another console. Just got Stormy Ascent? Nice. I'm definitely excited to try it later. I'm definitely going to be downloading it at the end of the stream and checking it out. Does Activision have the final say? I don't know. I don't know if Sony maybe has a problem with that, or if they really have any say in it, or if Activision can just do whatever they want. I don't know. I don't really know how the corporate dynamic works there, or who has what say in what exactly. Oh, if it's under NDA, yeah, definitely don't say it. Definitely do not get yourself in trouble. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not really sure what it says, honestly. Yeah, the box does not say only on PlayStation, which was an indicator that it wasn't going to be an exclusive. But my rebuttal to that is, if they don't know if it's going to be an exclusive, they could just print the game without saying only on PlayStation, and then once they lock it in as an exclusive, they can then put it on later. Like if they wanted to just rush the game out without deciding that yet. That's kind of weird, Sperna, not gonna lie. Japan left out until November 3rd. Wait, I thought that Japan was supposed to get the game released in like July. I thought that Japan was supposed to have the game released in July. Or are we talking about DLC in November 3rd? I'm a little bit confused. August for the DLC release? That's true. I'm not saying like all Crash games end up being on the PlayStation. It's just these original Trilogy games. Like the original Trilogy was exclusively PlayStation, and that's why I've commented on the flavor of keeping it on PlayStation, because the original 3 games were. Nah, that's fine. Yo, Liam, what's happening, man? What happened during your Crash 2 run, by the way, Ginger Gamer guy? Sorry to hear it went south on you. Crash NST in Japan? I thought it already released in Japan. I thought there were some pictures about the cover art and some other like things about the game that made it seem like it was released. I mean, it could be wrong, but I thought it was released. Yo, Mitch, how you doing today? Good to see you again. Just got a lot of game overs. It happens. Like my first runs of these games were rough. Like there were definitely some game overs in my first runs of these games. You'll find Stormy Ascent on the very top of the third island tower above the lab next to another new button that brings you to Insanity Beach. So basically, like, you don't have to backtrack all the way through the levels anymore. You can just take a fast travel to Insanity Beach, right? I will at the end of the stream, Sick41. I will at the end of the stream. And that's good, Mitch. Glad you're doing well. I'm feeling pretty well too, so I'm glad we have that in common. But yeah, I did hear about the bad news, Liam. That is definitely a big surprise. Am I only doing this one attempt for today? So what's probably going to happen is after this full trilogy attempt, I'm going to be doing some single game runs. And then I will be, do Stormy Ascent. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, I heard about the other one too, Cemetery Man. That's definitely a crazy situation. Definitely very, very sad. So I think Linkin Park were on tour, weren't they? I think. So that's definitely a huge blow, you know, just to everybody really, but especially to the band in particular. But yeah, that definitely is very crazy. Regardless, how are you doing today, Cemetery Man? I don't know. I'll have to see, Sverna. We'll see if it's free on the West Coast, and maybe the East Coast has to pay a tax. Oh, it's all good, Cemetery Man. No worries. So feel free to lurk or chat as much as you like.
Crash.
Crash. I don't think updates are tied to Tuesdays on PSN. Are there like a bunch of updates on Tuesdays? I actually have no idea. I could check after this run. I could check after this run and like just try and just see if it's free. Ah, no. It's not rip, but like hitting the cop car is just bad. Like that's definitely definitely a bad feeling. How many levels do I have left? I have 2. I have this one and I have Mad Bombers. We fight Cortex and that's it. What's going on, Neo? How are you doing today? How has the left coast been treating me? It's been treating me awesome. I definitely really like it here. I really like it here so far, absolutely. Oh, geez. For you, it was free? Okay, hopefully it's free for me, too. I'm just getting a little bit nervous because somebody in North America does not have the Stormy Ascent DLC for free. So that's a little scary. Do you need to own NST to get the DLC for free? That could be a thing, but Sverna, do you already have the NST? Or is that just like not a thing? Yo, Mr. Tomo, how's it going? You just got it? Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check after the run and see what's going on with that. Do 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 do. But yeah, how's life been for you, Neo? Dude, your generosity is much appreciated, as always, Mr. Tomo, by the way. Better-ish, and you might be able to get Twitch... affiliate. That's cool. That's awesome, man. Have you been streaming a lot lately? Or thinking about starting up again soon? Okay. Let me do Mad Bombers. Then we fight Cortex, and that's it. Much better? That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it. What's up, Mig Boss Face? How are you doing? Sony confirmed that Stormy Ascent is going to be an official level in the Insane Trilogy. That's awkward. That's very awkward for... That's very awkward. Do you have a source for that, by the way? Just so I can check it out for myself. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not good. Okay, there we go. What's up, Shem? Thanks for the good luck, buddy. How you doing? Isn't TIN? Oh, was it like some kind of paperwork thing? Yeah, because that might be a problem for speedrunning then, because if Stormy Ascent is added as an official level, then that means that every run now for Crash 1 is invalid, and they have to include Stormy Ascent now. But maybe not. Maybe for any percent it doesn't change, but for 100% it changes. Well, there you go. Resetting the store seems to have worked, but I don't know. I don't know at this point how the community wants to handle it. But you can just say that Stormy Ascent is not a part of it for at least for any percent. Yo, send me that in a whisper, Mr. Tomo, by the way. Because like you could basically say that it's part of the run or it's not part of the run. It could go either way. In all honesty. What's up, Palatina? How are you doing? Any percent plus Stormy Ascent. I mean, there could be any percent plus DLC categories. So you could have a regular any percent, and then you could have an any percent plus all DLC. So if they wanted to add more beta levels down the road, like you could have a any percent plus category, so to speak, and that could be something. But I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna bother with that, or if there's gonna be, really any thought placed into it. I think they did though, Khan. I think Vicarious Visions in a couple of ways really did think about speedrunners. In some ways, not in every way, but in some ways for sure. Like the glitch high jump, for example, was not originally a thing in the demo, but they added it in later. For example, cheesing the boss fight in Tiny was something that they probably found by watching speedruns, for example. Which level, Jacko? Was it the high road? Yeah, don't buy the DLC so your any percent can be faster. Exactly. What if your any percent category was as long as much DLC that you owned, so you were disincentivized to buy it? That would be terrible. That would be a terrible idea, but it's just funny to think about. Because I lost a lot of lives in the high road. But yeah, at the end of the day, we'll just have to see. Oh, it was Stormy Ascent. Dude, you'll be fine, Jacko. Once you finish the level, it'll be great DLC, I promise. Yo, Kramer, how's it going? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Okay, so we had a really good ending of Crash 3. We did not, but we got a pretty solid PB in this category.
big dream.